No data. I hate that you just disappeared. Come back here. What are you doing? Thank you. And now I die. Jesus. Sorry. Ugh. Oh, what did I do with it? Where's the... Oh, well, I got another one now. Ha ha. I'm happy about this, actually. Got another stand for the phone. So here we go. It's phone stand time, baby. Come here, bud. Thank you. Let's make sure that everything is up and running in YouTube land real quick. Should be good to go, but it's always good to double check. We're good to go. Cool, 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 cool. Let me make sure everything's good on... yep, you're good. That's not what I want. You're also good. Perfect. Microphone's good on everything. That's fine. I'm going to boot up Twitch, make sure that's up and running. Boop. I'm just going to check to make sure that Nightbot is in fact in chat on YouTube. Boop. And make sure that he's in chat on Twitch. We're in on chat. That's good. On Twitch. There aren't any new commands that we've added in the off time for us streaming, but there are some new excuse me. Oh my, excuse me. I'm so gassy. Wow. Excuse me. Sorry. So many. My bad. There are some new rules that pop up on Twitch now. I don't know. Hey, Loss. I don't know if it pops up for someone's first time being in chat ever, or if it's just like the first time since they've been added. That I'm not too sure about. But some new rules should pop up, and they should help you get acquainted with more of what we do here. Ah! I forgot to turn off the PlayStation. Stop charging these controllers, man. Let them go. Let them go. They gotta be free. Free as the wind blows. I just tripped over a random piece of plastic in my... Wow, thanks for the follow, Flora James. I tripped over a random piece of plastic in my room. I have no idea what it came from, and I'm like, that's disconcerting. Where did you come from? Nobody knows. But yeah, we're back on our regularly scheduled programming, everybody, with some subclasses. With not one, but two subclasses. By DM, well, not by DM Speedy, but suggested by DM Speedy. As far as I know, I don't know if DM Speedy has built a subclass himself yet. Something to figure out, eh? Not at the moment, but I won't lie to any of you. When we really start cooking on some homebrew stuff, I 100% get up and walk around. I don't know what it is, but I'm just a better conversationalist if I am moving. I'm one of those people that like paces around the house while they're talking on the phone. I just can't sit still, so could be ADHD. What's up, DM Speedy? Speedy? Hello? I don't think I muted you. No, you're good. Well, I mean, I can't hear you if you're talking, but I know you're in here now. Yes.
Hello.
Hello, there you are.
My computer decided I don't want to recognize your microphone.
Nerd.
Mine did that to my headset earlier. It was like, hey, you have a headset plugged in, right? And I was like, uh-huh. And then I hit play audio and it went, no, you don't. Okay.
You're like, damn, I guess you know better than I do.
Are you ready to get into some subclasses today?
Of course.
I saved your
I'm
2
just
for the end.
I'm just gonna warn you. I will
Mhm.
not be able to stay for the whole stream as I'm getting used to my new schedule.
Oh, okay.
I have to wake up at 5:30 every morning.
Oh. Are you really far away from the job?
A good hour and a half travel to, and then
Mm,
an hour and a half back.
I don't miss those days.
I walked 9 miles today.
Oh. I don't know if I've ever no, I've definitely walked
But
9
here's the
miles,
thing:
but
I
gross.
walked 9 miles. I woke up at 5:30 this morning. I slept like shit last night, and I don't feel stressed.
That's good. That's
I
very good.
genuinely don't feel like there is a constant weight on my shoulders from stress today.
Yes. Yes. I think like both in work relationships and interpersonal relationships, like when you're in a relationship, everything seems so bad, but when you get out of it and you feel that weight lift off, oh, it's heavenly. Oh, it's
Like I
so
was
nice.
anxious going there today because it's me first day and all that. But after I got there, I got settled and everything. She was a bit quirky.
Hmm.
But I will say, I I am feeling the good.
Hell yeah. Okay, can someone remind me if DM Lakara said she wasn't coming this week or next week? I don't remember.
Let's find out.
Oh, but also, if she doesn't come today, uh, then we're gonna have to save her singing. Well, I mean, obviously we're not gonna sing Happy Birthday to her. That would be too much. But some people can drop that in the chat when she does show up next time. Today is
We
actually her birthday, though.
we gonna threaten her with a good time.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Ah, wait. Can I achieve 1 trillion points on Cookie Clicker?
I didn't know Cookie Clicker still existed.
Listen, it is an incorporeal being, just like myself.
Oh. Awa says hi, by the way.
Awa says hi. Sup.
Another summoning. I think that's DM Shin. Maybe.
A man,
Oh,
a myth,
maybe
a
DM
legend.
Shin's gonna get the same thing we did.
What's that? Did you get instantly prevented from talking because it attached you to the wrong voice and audio output?
Kind of. It told us we had microphones and then we didn't.
Ooh.
My headset or my microphone told me it doesn't like me and then kicked me in the shin and then ran away.
It kicked you in the me?
It did kick you. It did kick me in the U. That hurt my brain.
I hope so.
But I was
It
just
was
telling
mine the other
Okami
day.
that started a new job, won't be able to stay the whole stream, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna have to speed run this Oath of War, man, so we can get to your stuff.
Not necessarily. Listen, we take our time here.
Okay.
But I'll
okay.
probably probably around 10.
That's the time we're supposed to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they may also potentially bow out at like 9:30.
I did
just 'cause-
hear from Dungeon
Understood.
Mommy that she won't be staying until Monday. So our plans of her being in the same house and like us doing it all as a group with some of us in person isn't gonna work. And I'm sad.
What if we just record it?
Hmm, Not a bad
Just
idea.
record it. We'll figure something out.
Yep. And actually, today is also Grimjack's birthday. So if you want to go bother Grimjack somewhere, please do.
So
Make him so
many,
wildly uncomfortable. That's the best way to celebrate his
so
birthday.
many old people in this chat.
100% true. And I don't know how many of you out there in the chat remember a fighting penguin, but it is also his birthday today.
I sent him the most extenuated happy birthday because he deserves it.
If you've been me and probably a fighting penguin, I think the last time he did stuff on the channel was, I was gonna say Urban Rain, but it's actually probably Soul Calibur 3 videos.
Ooh.
That is a name I've not heard in a while.
Back when Soul Calibur was still good.
We don't talk
Wait,
about
one
that.
had Link in it. That was Soul Calibur 4.
That was 2.
2.
And
Soul
that was only
Calibur
on the
4
game.
had
That was only on the
Star
GameCube.
Wars.
Oh, you right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Soul Calibur 3 didn't have any exclusive characters because it was the first game to have create a character, and honestly the best create a character game mode of all time.
Yeah, when they had their
Soul.
own fighting styles.
Yeah, they had their own fighting styles, and the entire story was 50 hours of fights. I remember beating that and all the side stories to unlock everything, and that was a challenge in Soul Calibur 3.
What did
That
you
was also the
buy?
introduction of Zasla Melantira. Wait, you purchased things? What did you purchase, Awas?
Was it stuff from Geek Tank Games? Was it stuff from the Red Wall shop?
Was it the soul of Shin's firstborn?
Hey, I sold that a long time ago.
It's true. 100%
To
true.
whomst
We don't need to worry about that.
does
I'm going to guess it wasn't Thudnfer.
No.
we know?
No. It's a surprise!
You just hear vicious knuckle cracking in the distance.
Surprise! Ooh, comics and a bed topper. What kind of comics?
And a bed topper? I need to get a new one. It's the most adult thing I've said this today.
I don't think any of us have Secondborn, but a bunch of us have Battleborn! I was wearing my shirt on my birthday. It made me happy.
Ooh, by the way, happy belated birthday to Okami. If you're here in the chat and you're watching this video, I almost said posthumously. I almost called it said posthumously, you died.
Oh no!
But that's completely off.
I'm still here. I promise.
Yeah, after this video is up, if you happen to see this video and you're not watching it live, I should say, drop a happy birthday to Okami in the comments so that we know you watched at least this far into the video.
Yeah, and drop a happy birthday to DM Lakara because it's actually her birthday.
Happy birthday, DM Lakara!
Why are you in the shelf?
DM Lakara probably won't be here today.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, I don't remember if she said this week or next week.
I don't think so. Right, I think it's this week.
Okay. We
Actually,
for the
it is this
record,
week.
lads, I can hear you, but I'm walking away for a moment.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
You're fine.
Loki comics. Interesting.
Don't mind me as I furiously snack really quickly
It's all
before we
gravy.
start.
I will give one. Well, actually, okay. So this says it's been 15 minutes since I started. I know it hasn't actually been 15 minutes because I was here for testing and what have you. And thank you to the follower that came in like right at the beginning. That's cool as hell. Love that. But I think it's time we just jump right in.
Ooh.
So our first subclass today is the Oath of War by Thudnfer. Now, if you're on YouTube, you can just drop the description of this video right now and follow along with us and even use this in the future. But if you're on Twitch, I'm going to share this link. Oh, Creepshow's so good. The TV show is also very, very good. Highly recommend.
Surprisingly. Yeah, surprisingly.
I have now shared the link in Twitch chat. If you would like to follow along with us or use this in any of your own stuff while you're doing this video, we'll see if it makes it into the repository. I don't know. This is a subclass I haven't actually looked at because we're going over it.
Give it to the Discord so I can have it.
Oh, would you like to follow along with us too, DM Speedy?
Well, now that you asked, no, I really don't. All right, I will follow along. I just got to wash dishes real quick, but I'm listening.
Okay. So
I will say this is really cool to see. I know I mentioned to you before that I got inspired to write this weekend.
Horsies. I didn't even make the connection until now.
So, but I did finish it, by the way.
Ooh.
I did finish it, but I have decided I think I'm gonna make the rest of the BX classes as paths. I think that's gonna be my next future goal.
Cool.
So if you want to share this one once I'm done with it, you could do that. That'll be
Definitely. I'd love to hand stuff out. You know I love handing stuff out. Oh.
Well, you know I love writing stuff to hand out. So
hell yeah. So this is the Oath of. Yes. Can Wemba Thunderdance be one of these? Yes. I don't know if Wemba Thunderdance is gonna follow the Oath of War, but.
Oh, with a name like Thunderdance, I think Wemba.
It's true. That's also true. You could make Wemba Thunderdance a. Oh no, what is the class called in Enclave? Thunderbird.
Thunderbird, yeah.
Wemba Thunderdance lives on. It lives on!
You know what else lives on? Vivizetas! I just see Rip Chip in that cart, killing it.
Oh my god.
They're speeding along. I'll never forget them. Can we get them just as like, have we cut them out and just made them like something we can just put up on the stream at any point in time? Have we done that yet?
No, we have to do that.
We do need to do that.
I have all these little sticky notes with like little things that are like, oh, do this for the stream. Oh, make a design with this. Oh, do this. And like, I just never get to them. It was late. That's the problem. It was late.
It was late. Shout out to Clubs.
Love that man. I love him. So I figure since it's just subclasses today, and I'm saying just, we like our subclasses here, but there's only like one page of text, so we might as well just read the whole thing. We don't really need to skip anything. We got plenty of time. Or do we?
I mean, it depends.
It's true. We'll see how far this gets us. So
I mean, I have content for you. I'm giving you content if you want to use that too.
Oh, true.
I'm totally down to discuss it.
We'll definitely never like. We made the joke before when I said something incredibly stupid. I was like, oh yeah, just from my bookmarks alone, there's only like 4 years of content here.
Yeah. I thought about that, and then I thought about when we played Enclave, which, again, folks, if you hadn't checked it out last week, I don't know why I'm in shill mode today, but
hey, do it up.
I got to do it. If you haven't already, last 2 weeks we were playing cool diceless TTRPG with a guy named Robbie, who is the creator of Enclave. Please go check it out.
I'll put a
The
link to
videos
that
from
previous
last
video.
week are in the links. Go check it out. And check out the Discord because they're just dope people. I've had a couple conversations with people from that like 1 or 2 Discord conversations with people from there, and they're all pretty dope.
Yeah, highly
Community
recommend.
manager is also a dope person.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely. So is Robbie. But I realized from that quite literally you have bookmarks upon bookmarks of stuff, and then we also have our own bookmarks of stuff. Then I now just start writing shit like Clubs does. So Clubs has stuff he's written. I have stuff he's written. So it's like you have an enclave of continuous content.
As long as
just
people are available on Monday nights, we will be here.
It's crazy because Monday's supposed to be the most dreaded day of the week, and here you guys are excited to talk to us at the roundtable.
I am going to preface that by saying that, okay, so I just said if there's stuff, we'll be here Monday nights. Next week, we will not be here. I will make that announcement now. I'll make that announcement again at the end of the stream. But next week, we will not be here. I'm not sure about the next 2 weeks after that. I don't know about 2 weeks from now because I don't know what my family's plans are because they don't plan anything. And then the week after that, I fully expect to have Conplague from New York Comic Con that Monday. And I probably won't have a voice because I always get sick after Comic Con because there's far too many people there that don't wash themselves.
But maybe we won't. Maybe he won't. Maybe this year will be safe.
Hopefully.
So we'll see. But I think 2 weeks, so we're going to be on a 2-week hiatus.
Yeah, it seems like it, at least. Which will probably be the longest I think we've ever taken a break for.
It is. It is. You know what?
We're so good at this.
I have a suggestion.
Oh?
I think we should come back and play something. It'll be October. It'll be spooky month. I think we should maybe see if we can reach out to, I don't know, certain try and get together some madness of our own. We could always play around in some old school Ravenloft, maybe.
That could work.
I think we said we want to play some more games. Why not play some games?
It's true. It's all true. We're all mentally ill. Don't feel bad, Wasp.
If you came here for mental stability, DM Lucara is not here tonight.
Yeah. Welp. But
we are Terran.
If you're a paladin and you've chosen the oath of war, whether they fight for tyranny or freedom, justice or power, life or death, all combatants have something that binds them all together, a cause to fight for. Something to ignite their passions and convince them that something is worth giving their life for. By swearing this oath, you exist to create great battles and moments of glory, because in war, true heroes emerge and bring great honor to all those around them. Okay, so like this makes it seem like your guy lives for war, but DM Shin, if you want to take the tenets of war, it's not just like I love hurting people. Okay, it's I love hurting people for a reason.
Oh yeah. And they note that in order to create glory and experience, the following code must be adhered to: violence versus war. War is grand and glorious. Killing someone in an alley or poisoning their wine is not. Know the difference and ensure you don't cross the line. Also, the front line awaits. There's no honor in waiting behind a barricade. Wade into battle and let your foes taste your fury. I feel like I should be reading this like a Klingon war chant in Star Trek. Yeah, AWA's got it. It's absolutely Always be prepared. Those who let their guard down die before they find glory. Always be ready to fight. And fight the worthy. You seek opponents, not victims. Your weapon should only bathe in the blood of those that deserve a glorious death.
So you're not just murdering people. Like, this is not a
Blood
murder
for
hobo
the
class.
blood god
Yeah,
in glorious combat.
yeah. It's not a murder hobo class.
I wish DM Lakara was here. This is her class. This is
It
her
might be.
subclass. You
If
need
you're
to just send this
if you
to her.
are a murder hobo, you are breaking your oath. Okay.
That's
Just putting
crazy.
that out there.
A class to bait the murder hobos. It's like that wasn't glorious death.
Ooh, I think you just broke your oath.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In the corner, ding, your oath will remember that.
Mm-hmm. You just say like they feel an
Everyone was
overwhelming
harmed
sigh.
in the making of this subclass.
Everyone knows this is the subclass for people who played a lot of Total War.
Mm.
You played
A
Warcraft
lot of
2.
you played a lot of Crusader Kings. You played a lot of Mountain Blade.
You played Warcraft 2, and you just made nothing but bomber goblins. That's you determined the chaos was the way to go. But you know what else you get? Why don't you tell us, DM Speedy, about some of the paladin spells you might gain as a member of the Oath of You?
A moment. I just smited my lungs.
Or we'll do that.
Jesus.
I'm so gassy.
Anyway.
Stop giving me your gas. I don't want it.
At level 3, you will gain the Shield of Faith and Zephyr Strike spells. At 5th level, you will find a steed magically and have a spiritual weapon.
I'm just okay. So just from the fact they get fine steed, I hate to do this, but like in my head, I'm not imagining that like they're like going off and like summoning a spectral horse. This guy's just like horse. And the horse is just appearing in his
Yeah.
hand like a weapon.
100%.
You just summon a spectral steed, but it's just you're gripping it by its neck and mane. You're just like, horse, me ride now. Slap the horse down.
Me horse.
It's like, I need this to happen. I need you to summon the horse to your hand.
What are the components for the Find Steed spell?
A horse?
No, you don't. No, it magically finds you a horse.
Yeah.
Oh,
It brings a
that's
spirit in the shape of a horse.
great. I need you to
I don't
just-
like how I was looking up what Find Steed does, and all it said was Find Steed shaming.
I'm
need
I'm
to
sure
turn
you
your
guys
sacred
on this channel have heard the story, but the magma hurler fire elemental that actually killed Grimjack's character Grimalkin's first actual horse happens to be has reappeared in DM Bacon's side story because they're in the same caves where he was, and he threw the rocks up, and I was like, none of y'all remember what happened the last time you jumped over a hole and a big flaming rock came out of it? Like, how could you forget this? This is like integral to his character's story now. Like, I can't have anything nice because it gets killed immediately.
Well, I mean, speaking of things that get killed, in our Thursday game, DM Speedy and I recently witnessed two giant snails devour two mules
Oh,
that were owned by two of our players' characters, and proceed to also try and devour all of our gold and loot that we just recovered.
dicks.
Which only for us to win the battle against these snails somehow through ingenuity and like sheer dumb luck. And then get this. Half the party went to go find a cart to lug all this back because it's older D&D. Dolmenwood is based off BX. The other half of the party got robbed.
Oh my, what a
by
day.
another by a whole so like we survived the fight, went to bed, woke up the next day. We left to go get carts, we got robbed.
I don't want to talk about it.
But you want to know how we got robbed? Here's the best part. We got robbed because the one character in our party that should not in that
Ever
moment
use his mouth.
he should not have used his charisma score. Used his charisma
Mm.
score when they didn't notice them. So they were fine. He called out to them, even though they were never going to find him.
Silly.
There was 8 of them, and there was 3 of them, and 8 of the opponent party. They got put to sleep by 3 sleep spells.
Oh my god.
Tied up and robbed.
For the record, I was told it was actually 4 sleep spells.
Oh fuck.
Good night.
Also, just to beat a dead horse. Unironically.
The horses.
All you need to find a steed, Mr. Shin, is a verbal and somatic component. So you could just point at the ground and go, horse, and a horse will appear.
That is amazing. That is
Well,
how all horses.
it's more than an action, so you're more like horse.
I need to just be like, me need horse. Just
No, see, when you say horse is when you multi-class into sorcerer and you twin spell.
you summon a servo horse.
Servo horse. But also at the 9th level, you gain Aura of Vitality and Crusader's Mantle. At 13th level, you gain Fire Shield and Guardian of Faith. At 17th level, you gain Dominate Person and Steel Wind Strike.
So you can have all your Chambara fantasies at the end. Once you get your 5th
I'm
level
just
spells.
imagining that like the moment you get dominate person, you become a menace.
Yep.
But will your name be Dennis?
Me, Dennis. Me like slingshot.
Me, Denise.
Dennis.
There you go. There you go.
Shut.
All right. If we're going in order, I'll take the channel divinity abilities. I don't know why I said abilities. There's just one. Isn't there usually 2 things you get at level 3 for a paladin?
Abilities. Well, I mean, you didn't read to the next page, so there are 2 things they get.
Okay, good. Okay, so your channel divinity. Divinity? Nope. Divinity. There we go. I can read. Starting at 3rd level, you gain the following channel divinity options. Improved warfare. As an action, you can use your channel divinity to glean information on a target within 60 feet of you. You learn the creature's type, fiend, celestial, undead, etc., and what damage resistances, immunities, or vulnerabilities it has, if any. I am looking right at you, DM Shin, because this is the catalog ability.
Yep.
And then you get Champion of War. As a bonus action, you can use your channel divinity to bless a creature other than you within 30 feet of you with the power of battle. This creature has advantage on attack rolls until the end of its next turn. Ooh! So
you
get
you
2
look
turns
at somebody
of
and you're
this.
like, you really want to fight.
This is someone who really wanted to play fighter, but wanted to have magic.
Yeah.
I need you. No, but I need you that anytime you use this on someone, you've got to play the track. You got to play the Doom music. The only thing they fear is you.
Yep. Dun 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 dun, and then they just go after someone.
If you don't role play that shit so well at my table, I'm cutting the music off and I'm turning off your ability.
You
I'm
have
shutting
to.
it down.
You gotta play it as though in what is that? Is that Chivalry 2? I think it is. like
my
there's
God.
all those videos of the bards who are like actually playing music and people keep jumping at them and they keep hitting them with the lute and knocking them into the hole. That's what it's got to be like.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So far, I like the flavor of this. I don't have like I had come across, okay, so in my job, one of the things that my boss wants me to do is go on Reddit and talk to people about D&D, and I was like, okay, like you're gonna pay me to do what I was doing already? Sounds good, bro. And someone yesterday
That's
was
fair.
like, hey, so I'm looking at this multi-class option, blah blah blah, and like all the comments were like, I love your flavor, and I agreed with them. And then all the comments were like, but you won't be the strongest character in your party if you use this. And I was like, why is that? Like, why is that the thing that everyone is pointing out? This is a team game. You're not supposed to be the strongest. You're supposed to have your own strengths and weaknesses, and the other people on your team complete the circle. Why are you fighting
you
to
say
be
that?
the most powerful person on your team?
So you say that, but one of the subclasses or paths I made for the fighter is called champion, and it's literally written for the player that thinks that they're going to be the hero, but it pushes them narratively to go do heroic shit and learn how difficult that is. Because
Hmm.
it's written for like A up to as far up as AD&D.
Hmm.
It's not written for 5e. I mean, you could convert it, I guess, but it's not written for 5e.
Mm,
It's
mm.
written for like basic and like 2. It's written for the D&D I play on Thursdays.
Dark
So it's
Souls
definitely
culture. Hey, 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 hey,
yes.
hey. I play a perfectly stat balanced character in every
I
every Soulsborne game.
it might be a little Dark Souls. Listen, it might be a little more hardcore, but here's the thing: go be hardcore against creatures that are clearly bigger than you, and like the class is written that way.
Mm,
The class
mm.
is written that way that you want to go fight the biggest, baddest thing because you want to be the hero. It's literally a narrative push as a character. Like if you pick
Hmm.
that path, I'm making you fight. I'm making you quest. I'm making you adventure.
So would you say you're trying to give this character an aura of glory?
Oh, I absolutely would. Because you see, the thing about it is that starting at 7th level, you and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you subtract your charisma mod from any bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage they take to a minimum of -1. Not 0, -1. To
They
the
get
point it
healed.
heals you for 1.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's not what he meant, but like, no, that's
that's
what I'm
what it's
going for
doing.
now.
Yeah. You're healed by glorious battle. I mean, the battle is so unglorious, you're healed by it. Like the blood gods just like heal.
If someone had the nerve to deal 1 damage to you, no, no, no. You've healed me for 1.
No, I need this though to be like the bard and the frickin'
Oh, that's funny.
Oath of War paladin are standing next to each other, and the bard is just like jumping in front of everyone to tank because it's just this ungodly charisma modifier now.
No, listen. You guys are not thinking of this correctly. You
Hmm.
have an Oath of War paladin, and you bring them a pocket wizard.
A pocket wizard.
Yes.
I'm listening. What the fuck
The
is a pocket wizard?
a
You
pocket
mean
wizard.
he's wearing Steve? Because
Oh
that's what
shit.
it sounds
That is
like.
that is a pocket wizard. That is a
They have a
wizard custom
wizard
with
that follows them into battle as their squire.
So Steve.
The only spell this wizard knows is haste.
Steve.
Only casts haste on himself.
Sounds like Steve.
And you have a
Protect
wizard
me, my lord.
with a strength score of 8. So that they punch this paladin from the back, dealing
Hey,
0 damage,
hey, yo.
minus to 1 healing the paladin by 1 with each punch.
So are you saying that they hit it from the back so hard it heals the healing stroke from the back? I'm sorry. I'm so
Listen,
sorry.
bro, that aura of vitality is just back
Oh,
shots,
God.
okay?
Oh God.
We
The
came to the
healing
bad
wave.
place.
We really did. Those worlds are off. Oh God. Oh God. Uh, okay, well, when we're not getting
Are you
canceled,
telling me you would not fully comprehend, understand, and enjoy just a raw fisting from behind making you feel better inside?
well, why don't you tell us how that'll make you feel in the tides of battle?
Oh. But did you even read that at 18th level the range is 30 feet?
Oh, I did.
It is. It's the paladin of throwing it back. He's throwing it back right on that wizard's fist is basically broken at this point because he's in full plate throwing it back right on it.
Oh, it's just straight up, just straight.
It's like
Donkey punch.
the cartoony like arm break, and now they just have a
Well,
floppy hand.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for this,
Those
boys.
gifts are diabolical. The gifts are the emojis are diabolical.
The donkey punch of healing.
I knew I would say donkey punch and fist would appear. I knew something in my mind told me if I say certain select words, fist will appear from the ether. I knew it.
Meanwhile, the Paladussi too strong.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Anyway,
100%.
and
I'm glad DM Matara is not here this episode.
using your unfurled Constitution modifier and your Paladussi, you can turn the tides of battle starting at level 15. Your divine energy in combat is everlasting.
Yikes.
When you use your divine smite using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, you can regain 1 expended spell slot. The slot you regain must be of a level lower than the spell slot you use and can't be higher than 3rd level.
So why don't they just say you regain a spell slot of level 3 or lower?
Yeah,
I could do this all day.
Yeah, I would definitely phrase it that way.
Because that just said a lot of the words to get to the point. To get right to the point that it can't be higher than 3rd level. So you burn a 3rd level spell slot to regain a 3rd level second level of
no, it's only
Yeah, you gotta be
first and
1
second.
less. This could have been worded a little better. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, a little confusing there. But you know what you can also be at the end of the day, Okami? Could you explain to us what it means to be an angel of honor?
An angel of honor. I mean, we're all thinking it, so I'm just gonna.
Yep. Straight to Halo.
Yeah, immediately. It always
Straight
comes
Halo
back
to me.
to Halo.
Straight Halo. Like without.
So are you telling me they put the Master Chief in the D&D?
Yes.
Master
This
Chief always
is the Breaking Benjamin class. Clearly.
Is this him finishing the fight after he pounds that Arpatussi?
Yes.
The
Apparently,
Breaking
Breaking Benjamin is like playing Halo clips at their shows currently, and at the end of the show, a Master Chief comes out on stage, and I was like, I mean, like, sell it, bro.
Oh, they play Still Cold?
Apparently.
Oh, that.
I was like,
shit.
oh, okay. I mean, you have my attention. But if you want all of your enemies on the battlefield, attention,
Yo,
sorry,
a mosh pit of mayhem of all of thine enemies. Let's go.
At 20th level, you can use your action to take the form of an avatar of battle. For 1 minute, you gain the following benefits. You gain 20 temp HP at the start of your turn. I feel like this should say at the start of each of your turns, but okay. You can make an additional attack whenever you take the attack action, and your strength score increases by 4 to a maximum of 24. Once you use this ability, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest.
Does that mean whenever when you get multi-attacks, does that technically count as basically like flurry of blows, but now you're a fucking paladin?
Yeah, kinda.
It's flurry of no's. All right? Because you're gonna look at this, because here's the thing. A a monk with flurry of blows outside of a Kensei is usually at most a 1d10. I think is the most I've seen a subclass bump up the fist damage.
Mm.
You are wielding a weapon as you
True.
gain these multiple attacks.
And
So,
you're
like,
you're
if you
like
have
leveled up.
haste effect, yeah, you're level 20, so you're
So-
epic
Nice.
level already.
You
So
have
don't
You
years.
probably have a wizard.
You
who can
don't
cast-
understand, fellas. You're
I
not
understand,
thinking about this
but-
logically. I'm not going to hit a motherfucker with a weapon. I'm going to use this ability to be strong as fuck and use my somatic action to clench my cheeks and cast Thunderwave.
I mean,
Number
you
one,
could, but
I just want to kill the boy.
The
ain't
fact
right.
that you two were speechless means I've done my job.
The boy ain't right.
yeah.
My goal tonight is to be more unhinged than AWAS.
Unlikely. I don't think that's possible. I
I
feel
wanna
like the
find out.
only one that can unseat you, AWAS, is Jack DT. But like,
That's true.
then we'd get demonetized.
I think we
I'm
dance with
surprised we're
that
not
devil.
already.
Yeah, I try not to dance with that devil for various reasons sometimes.
Technically, you can circumvent it to a slight degree if, Okami mentions that this is a mature stream.
I'm set to not for kids.
This definitely ain't for the children. The Wu-Tang might be for the children, but we are not the clan. We are not the Wu-Tang clan, all right?
All right.
We are the ground table.
I again think that like this is one of those subclasses that's super flavorful and nothing about it is OP. And like I'm
Yeah.
sure you could look at some other subclasses that would give you better numbers, but like this is fine. We could use a little tweaks to the wording, but that's fine. Also, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. The username is Thudnfer, and like that's just a smashing of consonants. I'm happy with the wording they came up with already.
Yeah,
I'm just happy
was
they
late.
finally made a.
It
Oh, sorry,
was
go ahead,
late.
Shin.
it
Go ahead,
was
Shin.
late. It was late, but more than that, I also like the fact that like this is an oath that gives some thematic idea as to what you should be doing if you decide to take this subclass.
Yes.
And I feel like that's something that's lost a lot in definitely 2024 edition, but even in some of the printed works and on Arthur Arcana and stuff that I've read that came out of 5e and some of the previous stuff, like from like 4e and 3.5, where they kind of stripped the story from a class. And like one of the big things in like first and second edition is the use of like level titles, which gave like this idea of like what you're doing and stuff like that. I find that when you can reinsert without the need of like titles and stuff like that, but you can reinsert that feeling of like, hey, you've reached 15th level as an oath of war. Like energy to you at this point, like you're feeding off of battle. Like you are trying to become a true god of war at this point. And like the fact that your divine energy is smiting things, like all of these various effects are going off is crazy to me.
So I'm
I
gonna
like
say this is making it into the repository because I don't really need to tweak anything. I mean, we could change the words so that you don't get healed and you get punched in the ass, but
You're good.
Guys, my wife just handed me a blood bag.
interesting.
Is that
I'm going to drink it.
I'm not.
Hold on, I will present a picture to the Discord momentarily.
Okay. If any of you want to reach Harlot. Wait. Do you mean you want your title to be Harlot, or do you want your title to be officially Harlot? Because those are both pretty nice. Oddly enough, I've just realized that the Oath of War is in fact already in the repository. I'm so
Also, basically, I thought about it. Oath of War is when you really wanted to play a samurai, but wanted to have powers.
Mm. Mm.
So to go along with what you told me about tonight's subclasses Okami, look at what I am imbibing at.
That face on the bottom is so good. Put that in tabletop schmabletop. So whichever
That
comes
is cool.
first. Jesus Christ. If any of you would like to see what DM Speedy is sharing in the Discord, you can hit !Discord, which I've done for you in both chats. And you can come and join the Okami Curry Discord. Say hi. Okay. In Twitch, you can come say hi already. In YouTube, because Nightbot is like slow to interface with YouTube,
where'd you
give
tell me
it
to put
like
this?
15 seconds. There you go.
Where'd you tell me to put this, you fool?
You could put it in
Tabletop,
photos,
tabletop.
or you could even put that in food court if you want. Technically,
It is food.
I'm just gonna shove this in food court because it'd be my file is too powerful.
Gotta
Take that swell there, my boy.
The Oath of War,
Well,
pretty okay. It's not
alright,
like super overpowered. We don't have to tweak too much. Just fix a little spelling, and it's good to go. So thank you, Thudnfer.
For the record, this is AB positive.
Oh. I need to figure out what my...
I try to be.
Funny joke.
I see what you did there. Okay, so I need to figure out who the name is because I forgot who made this. Hold on. The next two subclasses that we're going to be looking at tonight are suggestions from DM Speedy, and they are part of the Crimson Codex. And these are classes. This is the sample, so it's only got 2 of them, but I believe the full Crimson Codex has 7 subclasses. Yeah. They're all by OnixShu. And we're going to be looking at the Grim Hunter martial archetype, and later on the Sanguine Arcanist. But if you're on YouTube right now, you can drop the description of this very video down and follow along with us. If you are on Twitch, I'm going to share a link for you, and I'm going to pin it for the next... It usually stops me at 30 minutes, so instead I'm going to hit manually unpinned or end of stream. It'll be up there forever.
Oh, I got to buy it.
Yes, and Mr. Shin, this codex does in fact contain an alchemist subclass.
So if you go on the page that I just shared, you can hit preview and get what we're looking at. But if you like these subclasses already, and you're like, oh, these are nice, you can, in fact, go right to their website page and buy them for yourself, for your own games. We're only going to be looking at the samples at the moment, as you can see by the big sample file on every single page here. I obviously have not purchased it yet, but hey, we're going to look through them. Maybe if they're that good and they make it into the repository.
For the record, I do apologize to Shin. I lied. There's not an alchemist. There is a rogue archetype that is a plague doctor.
Also fun. Also a fun thing that I enjoy playing as. It's one of the I enjoy plague doctors.
There's an artificer in here, hemotechnic savant. There's a theme here.
Wait, which page are we looking at though?
So in the sample, we've only got the Grim Hunter and the Sanguine Arcanist. But there's a welcome to the Crimson Codex Compendium. But if you're on the store page, what we're looking at is the preview file, so you can hit the preview button on that store page and follow along with us. But if you really like them, you can go purchase them and support OnixShu. OnixShu has a bunch of stuff, but I've only looked at this so far, and I haven't like really looked at it. I've just glance through it because that's what DM Roundtable is here for us to chat about stuff while we look them up.
It's true.
Essentially, there's like a welcome to the compendium, and it says, hey, we like blood here. Do you want to talk about blood and spooky shit? Well, then this is the compendium for you.
Wait, were the subclasses in the thing that were here?
Yeah, they're not in here.
What?
Not in the preview, buddy.
You have a different sample file.
What?
Yeah, you. Oh, you gave the link for the Crimson Codex. That's just a compendium of blood magic, not the subclasses.
Oh, son of a bitch! Hold on, I will fix this. Do.
Would it be the
Yeah,
Gothic subclasses?
Yes, you click the link down below.
You're correct.
I am sometimes.
This is the wrong link. My bad. Oh,
Okay.
boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna share this in here. Here we go. Here's the right one. Maybe.
And we're
For those
starting
of
on
you on
page 4 of the
YouTube,
PDF.
yeah. If you're here on YouTube, I don't think I can edit the video while it's going, so I'm gonna throw the new link in chat. Boop. There we go. But here we go. Now I think everybody's caught up.
I believe Shin is the most equipped to read about the Grim Hunter.
Yes, come on to the Grim Hunter.
Ooh. Give me a moment.
He might be condemned, if you know what I mean.
Listen, the condemned are a very specified species of humanoid.
Hmm.
Human adjacent.
They're still human. Mostly.
Okay.
They're human where it counts. Let's put it that way.
Mm.
Or when it counts. Or actually, maybe when it doesn't count. You guys don't have a condemned with you. So I don't worry about it. But if you happen to be of the Grim Hunter Martial archetype, the beast within me howls, but I wield its claws. My prey bleeds, and I grow stronger. Your persona comes to life.
Oh no. Can you guys stop making it so hard for me to beat these allegations?
I can't help you there. Not when you give me this.
Okami will teleport into your bedroom and yell, "Letter Yif."
Jesus Christ.
I can't even. Any. The Grim Hunter embodies the primal predator lurking within civilization's veneer.
No, I'm sure he does.
These fighters don't merely battle, they hunt, stalking their prey with supernatural instincts and striking with merciless precision. Drawing power from an eldritch connection to ancient predatory spirits, they blend martial prowess with an almost bestial cunning. In many cultures, Grim Hunters emerge from traumatic encounters with predators, from isolated communities where survival depends on hunting dangerous beasts. Some actively seek this transformation through forbidden rituals, while others find predatory essence awakening within them during these moments of desperate survival. So you're a were person, embodied as a pseudo shifter. It's pretty much the shifter turned into a martial class. I think that's pretty dope. Very Bloodborne.
Yeah. If you want to be a hunter, this is for you.
And you get some cool Grim Hunter features, which at third fighter, this is a fighter archetype. If it's not obvious, it's not. But this is a fighter class. So I think it would be better as a barbarian archetype. But I can see it being fighter in the fact that it's controlled strike. If you want to argue that, where it's just like it's because it's controlled movement versus wild fury, it's not jungle fury, it's wild force.
I like what you did there.
That is fair.
Thank you. At third level, you'll gain Bloodthirsty Pursuit and Hunter's Talent, followed by 7th level granting of Frenzied Strike, the 10th Echoes of the Hunt, while 15 leads you to Bloodletting Mastery, and by 18th level you can embrace the beast. Somewhere I hear Maiden playing just number of beasts. That's all I'll do for you. they come for us.
Fair enough.
But who wants to read a hunter's talons?
DM Speedy, why don't you take this one?
Well, I believe we need to do bloodthirsty pursuit first.
Oh, you're right.
We be skipping ahead,
It's
but
true.
I shall.
Can't read.
At 3rd level, your senses sharpen with predatory focus, particularly when blood is spilled. You gain proficiency in the survival skill. If you already have this proficiency, you gain proficiency in one of the following skills instead: perception, intimidation, or nature. When you reduce a creature to 0 hit points, you gain temporary hit points equal to your fighter level. Additionally, you can track creatures by scent as well as sight, granting you an advantage on wisdom survival checks to track wounded creatures, those with fewer than half their hit points, and allowing you to track even when environmental conditions would normally make it impossible.
I would just change wounded in this case to bloodied, so it makes more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes more sense.
Especially for for either you very old D&D players or you very new D&D players, because the 2024 books use bloodied again.
Yeah, but what if someone just caught a bunch of hands from your monk and they ran away and you're spelling the bitch in the room?
Ooh, maybe. It could be Wolverine. Well, there's no mention of Jean in here, so there's not enough screaming.
Jean.
Jean! Tell us about Hunter's Tablins too.
Tablets?
Yep, Tablins.
Tablins.
They're like
Tablins.
tabards, but not.
They're like
Tablins.
tabloids, but bloody.
I think they still used it in 4E, but 5E 2014 didn't use bloodied.
No.
But
Yep.
for your talons, the predator within you manifests physically through your weapons. You know, that sounds like a really bad
Is this God's Eater? This is like God Eater. This is when your sword has a mouth on it when you're about to kill an enemy.
It was just would be a really bad fanfic. Anyway. When you take this subclass at 3rd level, you learn to channel primal energy weapons, transforming them into extensions of your will. Choose 2 different hunting styles. Savage Claws. Your weapon attacks can be made as slashing damage regardless of the weapon's normal damage type.
Cool.
Once per turn, when you hit a creature, you can deal additional 1d4 necrotic damage. Piercing Fangs. Your critical hit range with weapon attacks expands to 19 and 20. When you score a critical hit, the target bleeds, taking 1d4 necrotic damage at the start of its next turn. Or Crushing Jaws. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can attempt to grapple it as a bonus action. Additionally, while you have a creature grappled, your weapon attacks against it deal an extra 1d4 damage. You can change your active hunting style when you finish a short or long rest. At 10th level, you can use 2 hunting styles simultaneously.
Okay, so Crushing Jaws, does that mean you have to wield 2 weapons? Because I'm assuming the jaw is still attached to your weapon.
This sounds like someone who's playing as a Dampier and just biting them while they have them grappled.
This is the most God Eater I've ever seen somebody make anything.
Oh, absolutely.
Somebody really loves
better.
God Eater.
But it gets better when you get to tell us about Frenzied Strike.
Ooh. Why don't you tell us about it?
Frenzied Strike, you mean? I believe you're qualified.
Okay. Frenzied Strike, 7th level Grim Hunter feature. Your predatory instincts allow you to exploit the weaknesses of wounded prey. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, if that creature has fewer than half its hit points remaining, you can make one additional attack against it as part of the same action. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a short or long rest. Oh, okay. I again, I would use bloodied, but as same thing as part of my actual job now. Somebody was talking about like how do you work on called shots, and I was like, what a lot of other people here seem to be describing for called shots because they're like, I'm looking for a debuff. It's like you could use wounds, which is what the Fate Forge system uses, where if you ever deal half or more total HP damage to a creature in one swing, they take a wound, and that basically means you choose like where you're hitting them. So like you could hit them in the arm, and now they can't wield a weapon in that hand for a turn or two. Or you could be like, I want to hit them above their eye. So like a boxer, you make the blood pour into their eye to make them blind. And I was like, I think that makes more sense calling it a wound. This is definitely still just bloodied. So you're hunting the creatures that everybody else is already hurting. Like you're not going for the new guy. You're going for the, I want this guy. What is the AD&D call shot rule? I personally use, again, if it's just like a, how do you want to do this when somebody dies? I don't care. It's just flavor. Or if someone's like, I'm going to hit that guy in the back. Fine, whatever. Flavor. But the only called shots that I use are if they're like tiny, if you want to hit something small on somebody's body, like if it's a golem with a core or gems on its palms, wink wink, nudge nudge, if any of my players are listening. Remember, called shots if you want to hit small things on their bodies.
Yeah, no, the called shot rule is exactly that. Like, I want to aim for their arm and disarm them. Okay, you're gonna take it with a -4 penalty. Or
Yeah.
like
You
a
could
minus
do
two.
basically add cover or add DC onto it. I just do the disadvantage because it's so much easier and I'm lazy.
No, I kind of like the minuses to things because I don't necessarily want them to roll multiple times because I feel like if you roll twice and get a 20 and I tell you you can't use it because you have disadvantage, that's a lot more. And I don't even really care if it's disheartening so much. I think it's a lot easier for a player to just roll once with like a -4 and just realize like shit, I was gonna have a difficult time to hit this because I don't want them to continue thinking it's gonna be easier. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like I want them to know that it's always difficult, and I feel like putting that difficulty bonus to it, um, kind of prompts the player to go, okay, if I keep aiming for this, I'm going to keep suffering -4. How can I either get over this -4 or do I just aim for something else? Like take a regular shot. You know what I mean?
I was trying to figure out what +1 penalty to initiative meant, and I'm like, oh, like you get moved down the board.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Unless you're using group initiative.
Hmm.
Well, then it really doesn't apply. I mean, depends. But
I would like to say that literally no one in that thread I was in brought up this version of the rule. They brought up some similar stuff, but nobody brought this up. And I feel like that means we're all babies in D&D terms.
Just a wee.
Just a wee babe. But if there is more hunt for you to go on and you're just using your big ol' ears and your echolocation, you might be using some echoes of the hunt. Would you like to tell us about it, DM Shin? What do you
oh
hear
well,
with your special ears?
a 10th level Grim Hunter uses the primal forces that you can channel to grant you supernatural resilience. You gain resistance to necrotic damage and have advantage on saving throws against being frightened. Additionally, you can enter a frenzied state as a bonus action. While in this state, which lasts for a minute, you have advantage on attack rolls against creatures with fewer than half their hit points remaining, but you take 1d6 psychic damage at the end of each of your turns while maintaining the state. State ends early if you're incapacitated. Once you use this feature, you can't do it again until a long rest. This is very this is exactly how it works for the condemned in its own right. Except replace the psychic damage for stress. That's kind of dope. That that the idea though, I think that a player entering a transformed state like this, there should be some punishment to the person in this. Like it should tax them somehow. I think like a stress mechanic, psychic damage, uh, you know, a negative constitution maybe for prolonged experience, like prolonged exposure in the state. Like, if you're going from like a subtraction on like stats, on attributes kind of system, like a Pathfinder will sometimes. Like doing stuff like that, I think it rewards you for trying, but the cost of this power is a cost. Like you're not just getting this for free.
And like you're still, all of these are all predicated on the fact that you're going after people that like your teammates have already hurt, or maybe you hurt on a previous turn. Like you're using all your abilities to go through these. So yeah, you'll have advantage and you'll get the extra strikes in, which will also have advantage. But like, are you going to be able to drop this guy before you drop?
Yeah. Because you're taking this 1d6 damage on top of the damage they're already going to probably be pouring into you because you've literally just transformed into a giant beast.
I'm a big bitch. I really want to play Def Jam now. That's a hard game to play these days because it's some of the console versions are rare, but also there's so much music that it gets pinged immediately.
Yeah, you can't play. Though CEO Taku and CEO in Florida every year have a Def Jam Fight for New York tournament every year without fail, and they let everything rock.
Interesting.
Say will again, Speedy.
No.
But Speedy, if you won't say that, will you tell us about bloodletting mastery?
Let me take a swig of my AB positive.
Glug, 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 glug. Vampiric powers activate.
Quite literally. Your attacks draw vital essence from your enemies, starting at level 15, strengthening you in battle. Once per turn, when you damage a creature with a weapon attack, you regain hit points equal to your proficiency bonus. Additionally, you can now smell fear as clearly as blood. You have advantage on wisdom perception and wisdom insight checks against creatures that are frightened or have fewer than half their hit points remaining.
Oh. This guy can't cause frightened. Like there's no... Is there a base fighter ability that causes frightened? I don't think so.
Or you have several flavors of paladin or warlock.
You can usually flavor, and I've seen it flavored where intimidate can be turned into like a fear or frightened effect sometimes. And you can always flavor things that way. Like, why else would you roll an intimidate check if not to frighten people?
True, true.
So I feel like it's one of those weirdly implied but not always written rules.
It also works on people who are bloodied. No, I'm not going to say wounded here because that's confusing. But I mean, again, you're relying on your teammates doing a lot of stuff so you can follow it up. Oh, does that mean I get the end one? Okay. The final Grim Hunter feature. Oh, there's even a little thing at the bottom like, hey, blah, 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 blah. That's cool. Not a lot of subclasses have that, but hell yeah, we'll get to that eventually. But before we get to that, embrace the beast. I just realized there's so many things here. Okay. The Primal Predator, this is your 18th level ability. the primal predator within you manifests fully during moments of intense combat. While in your frenzied state, you gain a +1 bonus to AC. Your movement speed increases by 10 feet. You can make an attack with Spectral Claws as a bonus action. This attack uses your Strength or Dex modifier, your choice, for the attack and damage rolls, deals 1d8 slashing damage on a hit, and counts as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity. You can see invisible creatures and objects as if they were visible if they have blood. So it's not going to work on like a ghost or a banshee that's hiding, but it will work on anybody that's got blood. So start thinking about this.
Count as blood for ghosts.
You have to work with your DM on that.
True.
But when your frenzied state ends, the sudden withdrawal of primal energy takes its toll. You must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, or suffer from one of the following effects for 1 hour. Roll a d4. 1. Feral Rage. You have disadvantage on charisma checks and saving throws. 2. Haunting Visions. You have disadvantage on intelligence checks and saving throws. 3. Predatory Paranoia. You have disadvantage on wisdom checks and can't benefit from a long rest unless you're in complete isolation. That's crazy. Physical Aftermath. Your strength and dexterity scores are each reduced by 2. This doesn't say. Oh, okay. Until for 1 hour, I was like, it doesn't go back up. But no, it's for 1 hour. We're good. I was like, oh, so you can kill yourself if you do your final ability a bunch of times. No.
Not quite.
This is the first time that I've seen a subclass have like a major negative drawback on its final ability, when usually you get all the negative stuff out of the way first. But I sort of understand how OnixShu is like, oh, everything here is about risk and reward. I see that. I see. I also just feel like having to wait until your 10th level to get like your real class ability seems weird. But I also understand if they gave that to you at level 3, you're going to kill yourself.
100%.
Yeah.
You got to have a big pool of health before that becomes actually viable. But predatory paranoia. Well, I mean, if it's 2 hours, then you're just... Sorry, 1 hour. For 1 hour... I'm just imagining... I'm imagining your character is like... Everyone else has gone to sleep in the tavern, and your character is just so paranoid that it's walking around on all fours, just pacing back and forth in front of the door for an hour. Oh, can't sleep. Like dogs when they do the walk in a circle before they lay down to make sure that like their mat is flat. You're just walking around in a circle on all fours for a whole hour, angrily. And your party's like, what the fuck is wrong with them? There's a lot. I don't have enough time to tell you my incredible backstory.
It's like my backstory is too long. Sorry.
Step it back.
My background is not commoner. I apologize.
Hey DM Shin, would you like to tell us what you should be doing when you're playing a Grim Hunter?
I like the way you say that.
Mm.
I appreciate the way you say that. Well, if you're playing a Grim Hunter, they do suggest that you're as a combat role, a Grim Hunter excels at finishing wounded enemies, tracking evasive prey, and sustaining themselves through the ebbs and flow of battle. They can serve as a skirmisher who targets vulnerable
None of us can talk
vulnerable
today.
enemies.
It's real bad.
None.
I
Vulnerable
don't know what's
enemies.
happening.
You serve as a skirmisher who targets vulnerable enemies or as a relentless pursuer who prevents escape. And they suggest that you consider that how your character can balance their human rationale and predatory instincts. Now influence them. Well, I don't know why I'd said it like that, but do you choose to embrace the beast within or struggle to contain it? Your heightened senses might make you I really can't read. Might make you uncomfortable in the crowded cities with their overwhelming smells and sounds. You might develop rituals to honor prey you've slain, or boundaries you won't cross to prevent losing yourself to the predator within. I'm now imagining that you turn full like Predator from the Aliens franchise, and like collect a trophy and like honor it now.
Mmm.
You've got like somebody stumbles upon your altar, and it's just like all of your slain honorable battles because you're also a secret war ballad.
I won't lie. That is exactly what I was like, oh my god, they're all brutal kills that he achieved in this war.
Wait, would the Oath of War paladin and the frenzy and the Grim Hunter find each other as suitable opponents?
Or
Ooh.
lovers.
Or lovers. I was thinking, as a team, they're perfect because before you get your frenzied strike, it's the Oath of War paladin who's like, kill our enemies, but only the ones that can actually put up a fight.
Mm-hmm. They work together because they have a deal that when they're both ready to die, they'll have the most epic fight of all time.
Yes. Yes.
You know what?
Yes.
Is if you play a Grim Hunter, you're basically doing D&D Blade.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
I can work with that. Well, if you're not feeling all furred up,
God damn it.
you might feel a little sanguine sorcery.
Woo!
DM Speedy, why don't you tell us all about the Sanguine Arcanist, which I know is just your speed.
I see what you did there.
To be fair, there's also the Hemomancy Wizard in this codex.
There are a Hemomancy, there's already a Hemomancy Wizard, and I think also Artificer subclass. Oh, and Sorcerer on the repository as well. This is, Hemomancy's cool as hell. 32 kills!
Anyway, the Sanguine Arcanist, Sorcerous origin. My veins sing with power, a crimson melody bending life to my will. The Sanguine Arcanists' magic flows through their blood, quite literally. These sorcerers have discovered that their innate magical essence is intimately connected to their vital force, allowing them to channel spells through their own lifeblood and manipulate the living essence of others. Their magic often manifests in visible ways, veins that pulse with arcane light, blood that crystallizes into crimson gemstone, or wounds that seal with faint whispers. The origin of this bloodline varies widely. Some inherit it from ancestors who made pacts with the entities of life and death. Others undergo traumatic magical experiences that irreversibly bind their arcane talent to their vital essence. What unites them is the understanding that their greatest power comes with personal sacrifice.
Oh no.
Sacrifice.
Yo, that lady got a long ass neck, I just realized.
Would.
You know what's crazy? Vampires probably looking at her like, damn, girl. You got a lot of
Right? Damn, girl, look at that neck. About to get my giraffe on tonight.
Yikes.
I mean, listen,
Yikes.
I hope my
Yikes.
close up to the microphone helped in my reading today. Shall I take blood magic, or will one of you take over?
No, I think you need to talk about some blood magic.
Yeah, tell us about them blood magic.
I'm so sorry.
Them blood
At first
magic?
level, you gain Blood Magic and Crimson Essence. Your connection to the magic of life allows you to learn spells that manipulate a vital essence. You learn additional spells when you reach certain levels in this class, as shown in the Blood Magic spells table. These spells count as sorcerer spells for you, but they don't count against the number of sorcerer spells you know. At first level, you gain Inflict Wounds and False Life. At third level, you get Ray of Enfeeblement and Gentle Repose. Fifth level, you get Vampiric Touch and Fear. Seventh level, you get Blight and Death Ward. Ninth, you get Harm and Contagion. Additionally, when you cast a spell of first level or higher, you can choose to sacrifice some of your vital essence to empower it. You can sacrifice a number of hit points up to your sorcerer level to gain one of the following benefits. Add 1 to the spell save's DC for every 2 hit points sacrificed. Add 1 to the spell attack roll for every 2 hit points sacrificed. Or increase the spell's damage by 1d4 for every 3 points sacrificed. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. That's hot.
This one's got the risk and reward like right out the gate.
I like the idea that they're not going to sugarcoat the fact that you're literally paying the price.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. All right, I guess maybe sort of spoilers for season 2, but I guess not really, because it's a question all of the audience has, what have you. But in Gen V and just the boys in general, a bunch of the characters have blood control powers, and one of the main characters of Gen V, like that's her power, she controls blood, and she goes back to school and she's in this training room and she's basically having a sparring match with another soup, and when they're done with it, the dean comes over and he goes, "Hey, why do you cut yourself before you use your powers?" And she goes, "What do you mean? I need to get the blood out." And he's like, "No, but why do you cut yourself? Because clearly you can manipulate blood inside of other things. Why do you cut yourself first?" And she's like, "I don't understand the question. I just have always done it to get my blood out." And he's like, "But why? You could just pull it out." And she's like, "Huh, I guess I could." It's not very marketable if you're hurting yourself. Just want you to know that. But like clearly this person is definitely messing with like they don't. I mean, you could flavor it as your character cuts themselves every time, but clearly their magic power is strong. They could just pull it out of their own nose or what have you. Come out the fingertips for extra creepiness. But wait, there's another first level of feature. You gotta tell us about it, DM Speedy.
Oh, I apologize. You also gain Crimson Essence. You can harness the vital essence released when you When you reduce a creature to 0 hit points with a spell of first level or higher, you gain a blood point. You can have a maximum number of blood points equal to your proficiency bonus. As a bonus action, you can spend 1 blood point to do one of the following. Heal yourself for 1d6 hit points. This increases to 2d6 at 11th level. Add 1d4 necrotic damage to the next attack roll, or next damage roll of a spell you cast before the end of your next turn, or regain a sorcery point.
Ooh.
Blood points disappear when you finish a long rest.
This sounds super cool. And it's like definitely like it makes you think about I need to be the one to drop this guy. I need to be the one to drop this guy. Like now you're working with your team sort of to make sure that you have your drop. I have a similar mechanic for the warlocks, Megaras, who make words. Oh my God, we really can't talk tonight. What's happening? I'm
I wish I
even
could tell you.
standing up. I feel like the three of us signed on and immediately had mini strokes. Like what? I don't know what's happening.
No, I've been drinking an alcoholic blood bag. I think I know my reason. Y'all
That's
just
true. You've got there.
y'all just
Yeah.
have a skill issue.
Sounds like a skill issue. Okay. I have a similar mechanic for the Megara patron, Dawn Titan patron, warlocks in my campaign, and so DM Bacon's character has this ability. He's had it for, I don't know, like a year and a half, and he's only used it one time ever. But basically, when they drop someone to 0 hit points, they can actually incinerate the corpse and blow it up. And depending on how big it is, it makes the explosion bigger and do more damage. But because they're like Dawn Titan minions, they can control where the flame goes. So originally I was like, maybe he's not using it because he's afraid it's going to hit his teammates. But like, they can control where the flames go. So he can just be like, nope, it avoids my teammates. And now, since in his little side story, there's a whole bunch of other warlocks like him, the rest of my players are like, you can blow corpses up? Why the fuck are you not blowing up every corpse that we see? And they're just like, all of them are just like, ha ha ha, ha! Everything's exploding in fire. My mouth is filled with corporate money. I wish. Oh, I wish. But you know, there's a little bit of corporate money, I guess, from Geek Tank Games. So, yeah.
Hashtag shameless.
Hashtag this is his job. Hashtag go support Geek Tank Games. He's looking for me.
Please do. There's always a link in all the descriptions, and there's also a link, I think. Ooh, I will put a link on Twitch as well. I don't think there's a link for our affiliate code on Twitch. I'm gonna fix that. That's getting noted as a note. Affiliate link on Twitch. Check. Okay. Let me take that off now. We don't need that going the whole time. I actually downloaded our animated version. I gotta start using that. I gotta find it though. I don't know where the fuck I put it. But at 6th level, you gain Sanguine Surge. When you empower a spell with your blood magic feature, the infusion of vital essence enhances your casting. Add your charisma modifier to 1 damage roll or healing amount of the empowered spell. Additionally, when you or an ally within 30 feet takes damage from an attack, you can use your reaction to spend 1 blood point and reduce the damage by an amount equal to 2d6 plus your charisma. Holy this is Path of the Ancestral Barbarian's ability. But you need to kill people to use it.
Hey, sorry I
Oh.
murdered you. Well, I'm gonna use that to power up.
Yeah. Okay. This subclass. Okay. Like I wasn't really feeling Grim Hunter, but I'm feeling this. This is fun. However, this is definitely not
This
like
subclass is doing something to me.
right? This is definitely not like a it's my first time playing the game subclass. Definitely not. This is a more advanced, but there's so much stuff you can do. Also, I mean, I say this is the first time I'm playing this class. What I really mean is I read my character sheet kind of character.
And those people at your table are the most terrifying.
Yep. You can't hear it, but I'm nodding furiously. Agreed with Awaz. Hit the buttons. Hit them all. That's the sound of hitting buttons. Actually, I could slap on my mechanical keyboard, but I'm pretty sure I've done it so often that the noise gate will just block it all out.
Nice.
So, DM Shin, would you like to tell us about your blood pact?
Well, If you're a 14th level Sanguine Arcanist, your master over blood magic grants you greater resilience and control. I really cannot read.
Bro, we had many strokes. I'm chalking it up to that. All of us
Um,
collectively.
you gain
Collectively.
resistance. You gain resistance to necrotic damage. You can
Okay.
now spend blood points to influence, and you can now spend blood points to influence the physical vitality of others. As an action, you can spend 2 blood points and choose one of the following effects. You can choose to invigorate by touching a willing creature. You can end one disease or condition afflicting it from the following: blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. Okay, just that off rip.
You're a
You just
paladin now.
yeah, you got lay on hands. You got lay on hands pretty much.
Wait, but there's another option.
Oh yeah. When you're not doing this, you can weaken. Forcing a creature you can see within 60 feet to make a con save against your spell save DC. On a failure, the target has disadvantage on strength and dex checks and saving throws for a whole minute. But the target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success.
Is that like Bane? I think that's like Bane.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like it.
I feel like this is the first time I've ever seen someone make a subclass that was basically like, these are my favorite features from every other thing in the whole game, and I'm going to put them all together. And so far, like, it's on brand. It's definitely not a beginner subclass to ever choose, but I think it works so far.
Oh yeah.
But now we come to the final ability for this Sanguine Arcanist. DM Speedy, why don't you tell us about your Crimson Apotheosis?
Your blood becomes fully infused with arcane power at 18th level. You gain immunity to the poisoned condition and advantage on saving throws against disease. Once per long rest, as a bonus action, you can enter a state of blood-fueled ascendance for
Most
1
DM
minute.
Speedy shit I've ever read in my life.
During this time, when you cast a sorcerer spell, you can roll 1 damage or healing die again if it's 1.
Hmm.
At the start of each of your turns, you gain temporary hit points equal to your charisma. Did I write this shit? You can use your blood magic feature without expending one of its uses.
Ooh.
Your blood appears to shimmer with arcane energy, shedding dim light in a 5-foot radius around you. When this effect ends, you must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh. And it doesn't... Yeah. This is the first one I've seen where the last ability isn't like you can do this once per long rest. It's you can do it until you die, essentially.
Yeah, there's no detriment to using it over and oh no, it says once per long rest.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say, because otherwise it's you gain 1 level of exhaustion until you die. Yeah, you have radioactive blood. That's exactly what this is. I won't lie. The first 2 points, I was like, I mean, that's okay. And then the third one, I was like, excuse me, what? Because that wording says the ones that just use 1 are free, but the one that uses 2 is half price. And if you're blowing up a lot of dudes, you're making a lot of stuff. That's a lot of free stuff. I like that. That's a lot of Ancestral Guardian helping.
Uh-uh.
You know, I might have to get their compendium of blood magic too.
I might have to as well. Dang nabbit. Giving cool creators our money. Oh no.
Damn you, OnixShu from Ukraine.
Cursing us with
Was that a
We have
blump?
clubs.
Clubs! Hello!
Hey, what's up, you ancestral guardians?
What? Oh,
Hi!
holy shit. That
Do you
caught
want to
me.
talk about blood and blood-based accessories?
I want to listen to it. I want to hear about it.
I'm drinking a blood bag while we're talking about this. I'm very
I
on
saw a
brand.
picture.
It's very pulpy.
What?
It's very pulpy.
Does that mean
Don't
it's got a
ask me.
lot of plasma?
It's probably pomegranate. Pomegranate.
Pomegranate.
We have all had mini strokes. None of us
It's
can
late.
For the
talk
love
or
of
read.
God, please tell me you can read coherently and without having a stroke.
Well, if you decide to play as a Sanguine Arcanist, your combat role. I guess we're here, right?
Yep.
This is where we are, or did I? Okay, thank God. I thought I skipped everything.
We're having a rough night. It was late.
I really am. It was
It was
late.
late.
You can excel as a risk-taking spellcaster, sacrificing your health for devastating magical effects while sustaining yourself through defeated foes. Holy shit. Your magic blends offensive power with occasional support capabilities, particularly healing and protection from death. But we consider this while role-playing. Consider how your character views their unique connection to blood and life. Are you methodical and clinical about your sacrifices, seeing them as necessary exchange? Or do you struggle with the constant temptation to push beyond safe limits for greater power? Your physical appearance might subtly reflect your powers. Perhaps your veins glow faintly when you cast spells, or small wounds heal with unnatural speed but leave diminutive scars. You're definitely the weird guy, all cut up, scarred
Oh,
up,
100%.
but people like you.
Especially if you're being ancestral guardian for them.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be angry now, but I'm not because I'm just thinking about how we only taught the Laundry King that he's an ancestral guardian barbarian, and he's had that ability on his reaction for like 4 years in real time. And 3 sessions ago, he was like, "Wait, I can do this every turn." And the rest of the party just like you could feel the heat in the room rise.
Oh Lord.
Do you know how many times Grimjack has gone down in a doorway where he could have been saved by this?
You know, doors are hard.
Yours is so hard for
Sometimes it's
Grimjack.
late. It's late
It's true.
equally as many times as it's not late when you think about it.
It's true. In all things, there is balance. It's true. It's 100% true. I'm not gonna lie. I really like Sanguine Arcanist over Grim Hunter. And I don't think it's like just because it's a sorcerer versus a fighter. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, you shouldn't play fighter. It's boring. Play whatever you want. I don't care. If you're having fun and the rest of the table's having fun, you're winning.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I chose well.
You did. This was a DM Speedy suggestion. And remember, I will change the link in the description on YouTube after the stream is over because I don't think I can edit it without it freaking out while the stream is running. But the correct link is in the YouTube chat, and for those of you on Twitch, it's still pinned. My bad on that one. I went to the Crimson Codex page and was like, "Yep, this is the link I need." I didn't realize Crimson Codex. There's different forms of the Crimson Codex. I thought it was just this is the Crimson Codex. Might be.
Okay. We'll never forgive you.
I might. Oh, I might go and purchase the Crimson Codex and support OnixShu because.
I truly might buy the subclasses. They also have the Bestiary of the Damned.
That
Yeah,
sounds
this
like
is
it's up your alley. All of this sounds like it's up your alley. I wonder why you chose it.
Don't tempt me.
Wow. Imagine you owning
You
a
all
Steam
got
Deck.
me in the yippee-ki-yay mood.
Ooh, that's true.
Responsibility for what you did.
Too bad we've
Are
already
Yippin'
looked
and
up cowboy
Kaye in now?
spells. We did do horsemanship well, technically, yeah, because of fine steed.
True.
I want to put a cowboy hat on a horse.
Sounds like a very Ryan thing.
I also feel like, Awaz, you could accomplish this for me. Say I had it on my bucket list to put a cowboy hat on a horse. I feel like you could do it.
Does that make a cow horse or a horse boy?
Whatever you want.
The
The
amount
world
of
your oyster.
times in Bacon just started oh my god, what is it called? I can't word. What is wrong with our brains? Ah, Odyssey of the Dragon Lords. Haha. The centaur player race is medium sized, what have you. But the amount of times we've had conversations like, yo, if I get pants, what do they look like? Like, where do they go on my horse body? Is it like half?
Who's the centaur? You?
No, Goofy's a centaur. I'm a gnome.
Okay. You're a gnome?
Yeah.
From
I'm
where?
constantly riding the centaur or the minotaur in our group because I'm so small. Every time they have a conversation with someone, we're like, "Oh, I don't think they can see you," and I'm like, "Fuck you, tall people."
Uh,
Wow, that's funny.
Damn, that's heightest.
It is. Help me. Yeah, well, actually, I'm using my southern belle voice for my character. So I don't like all these tall people. Can I catch a ride, please? Thank you.
Blanche Devereaux.
Yeah. Horse jocks, Jesus. Yeah, you would need it because their face is long. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I don't think you put a jockstrap on the face.
I just imagine. So there's a superhero named Hentai Common, and he just puts underwear over his face, like that's his superhero mask. And I was just imagining a horse with underwear over his face.
It does not beat Dog Welder in a fight.
What is that?
Dog Welder is an official superhero in the DC universe whose entire shtick is he welds dead dogs to people.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at
He's
all.
also on the team with the Defenestrator.
I like that guy.
It throws people through windows. He's on a team called Section 8 with with members being Bueno Excelente, the Defenestrator, Dog Welder, Phlegm Gem, Friendly Fire, Jean de Baton Baton, Shakes.
Of course, Fist knows all of these characters.
Oh, I would be offended if he didn't.
Oh no.
So, Friendly Fire can shoot energy beams, but cannot hit into a target intentionally.
Oh.
Shakes' power is he's schizophrenic and has a severe speech impediment.
Okay.
Jean de
Alien.
Baton Baton is a Frenchman.
No.
Has a baton.
No.
As per the official DC wiki, of all the members of Section 8, Jean de Baton Baton is well-adjusted, doesn't suffer from any mental illnesses other than being French. Phlegm Gem. His power is he spits mucus that can blind you.
Oh my god, Snowflame! I forgot all about Snowflame. There's a character who I recognize.
Bueno Excelente is intimidation.
Bueno Excelente!
Yeah, I'm not gonna read the rest of the sentence out loud because you might get No, I'm
Please,
not reading
okay,
that.
all I need to know is Bueno Excelente a white person?
No.
Damn
Yes.
it. Because that makes it so much better.
Bueno Excelente was, yeah, I think he's dead, was a perverted, non-Twitch of good words whose skills earned him into place on the hero team section 8. His MO was sneaking up to behind people to serve justice.
So basically, they're the DC version of like Ecstatics.
There's a guy when he drinks beer, he can alter reality.
Batmanuel! I remember Batmanuel. Yo, the Tick is so good. Okay? If any of you are sleeping on the Tick, go look up the Tick. The new one, the old one, I don't care.
If anybody
I mean,
is sleeping
I'm a
on
fan
it,
of Patrick Warburton's dulcet tones, but like, you don't have to see his version.
Please get up if you're sleeping on a tick first. Like that's not good for you.
It's not fair.
Don't sleep on a tick.
Mm-mm.
Never saw it.
Highly recommend. Makes fun of every superhero trope, everything. It's so good. I also feel like if you like the Tick, you will also you probably like Freakazoid, but you will also probably like Gintama, where Gintama just makes fun of everything, and then every once in a while they're like, "Yo, here's some incredibly serious shit that it's gonna be incredibly serious for like an arc, and then we're gonna go back to being incredibly stupid about that serious stuff."
Yeah.
What's it about normally?
Gintama is a retelling of like the end of the samurai era with like expansion coming in, but instead of like white people, it was space aliens.
Aliens.
And the main character is a dude who was basically grew up to be a samurai, but there's no samurai left, and he sort of kind of was one of the isolationists and should be a racist, but he's not. Some of the people he grew up with are still very much, I guess, speciesists because they're racist against aliens more so than racists.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. He's just a nice guy who can't.
Alas, I'm
Nothing
going
ever
to head
goes
off
right
for
for him.
now as I have to
You
get
gotta
ready for bed soon.
Oh. But
5:30 in the morning.
that's disgusting. That's closer to when I go
I'm
to
so
sleep.
sorry. If you want... What was I going to read? I forgot. All right, anyway. Good times.
Enjoy
I'm
your
having a
blood
stroke.
bags.
I already drank it all.
Oh. Well, I hope you enjoyed it.
It had a lot of liquor in it.
Did wifey have some too? Or is she playing a Mario game and she's playing Wario or Waluigi?
She handed it to me because she did not like it. I also had a shot of garlic.
Like
Not today, on Saturday.
Oh.
Like garlic juice, fresh squeezed? I'm confused.
Garlic infused vodka.
Ah, that makes more sense. That makes a
Mixed
lot
with
more
lemon
sense.
juice, holy water, and silver luster dust.
Good.
I thought it would be worse, but it was actually pretty okay.
They're not so bad. Okay, so like we said at the beginning, I'm gonna let people know again. There won't be a DM Roundtable next week. Sorry. I don't know if there's going to be a DM Roundtable the week after that, so stay tuned. I will definitely tweet about them and the like. But if we know for sure there's going to be a stream in 2 weeks, then I'll announce it on the Discord, which all of you could get to by hitting !Discord if you're not already there. Come hang out with us. Come chat. It's fun. You can find everybody in there except DM Makara, because you have to go through the rest of us to get to her. But
We are the mini bosses to get to that final boss.
yes.
Yeah, Makara also left you an awesome message that you should play for people.
Yes.
Click the buttons, people.
Hold on.
I'm gonna put up
Jump up.
Raki first. Where are you, bud? It's not like I don't do this all the time, and I know where the buttons are. I'm gonna put up this one for Geek Tank Games as well. I didn't mean to actually put up Raki. I meant to put up the subscribe raccoon. Maybe. There we go. I got this. Don't worry. I'm gonna figure this out one day.
Thank you, Awa. Awa shilling for us.
Thank you, Awaz. I don't
the
know
buttons.
why.
Do the
Please.
thing. If you have money, make the buttons
Why
give him
Awaz
money.
does it?
If
'Cause
you don't have money,
Awaz
just hit the
does.
buttons that subscribe, and that also gets him money. So you get to feel good either way.
It's like she's here. Because Awaz can't see the shop message from Nightbot. Like, it just doesn't appear for Awaz. But everybody else can see it, which is super weird. And, like, there's no setting that I can find that's, like, hide from certain people. It's super weird. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's so weird. We are going to do the poll. So, if you're new to DM Roundtable and you've never been here before, what happens at the end of every episode is that we do a poll for what next week's normally topic would be, but this will be for 2 weeks or more. We may end up taking the biggest break we've ever taken, which would be 3 weeks.
I still think we need to come back and play something. That's still my vote.
That could be 2. I didn't put Roundtable Plays in this poll just because we just did it.
Do it again.
But that's still an option. I'm sorry, Awaz. But if you're on YouTube, I'm throwing this in the chat. I can't make a poll because YouTube's polls only have 4 options. So we have 5 topics that it could possibly be. So you can leave your comment here. If you're watching this as a VOD later, the voting actually ends 24 hours from whenever we put out the poll at the end of the stream. So, like, if you're watching this as a VOD tomorrow, put in your vote on the comments there, or hit us up on Discord, or whatever else, other ways you would like to tell us. Just don't do it on Twitch DMs, because I'm not going to see them, because, you know, some people were talking to minors through Twitch DMs, so Twitch was like, let's hide that feature.
Good idea.
Yep. And it's really hard for me to figure out where the DMs are, so I don't get to see them very often. I am looking through the if you guys put in channel rewards using your lore pass down, I am looking at those. I can see all the time, and I will try to answer whatever questions are left on Friday, because tomorrow I'll be here playing Horizon Forbidden West, hopefully for the last time ever. I'm pretty sure everyone is celebrating. It's not just me. I'm pretty sure it's everybody. Like, oh, I think this is the last one. And if it's not the very last one, it's the penultimate one. So I'm happy about it either way. But Friday is this month's thank you stream. Yeah, you guys voted for another unboxing, so I'm going to be unboxing Street Masters, the Global Gladiator Pledge, which is all of the expansions ever streamlined for the Street Masters as released by its original creators with Blacklist Miniatures, and then Steamforged Games bought the rights, so they got to re-release all of that, consolidated into 3 boxes, and then they made a new expansion Lament of the Blood Moon, but it is essentially a beat 'em up board game, and there's like 87 playable characters that you could go in, and all of them have minis, and now you know why I bought it.
I knew why in the first place.
But also, just I love me a good beat 'em up, man. If I can play this as a board game, I'm down.
Fair. Very fair.
And as far as I can tell, it is a winnable board game. Unlike Super Powerful Bonanza, which is completely unwinnable. Even with our house rules, there's no way we're going to win. Vote
you
received. But yes, that is the thing we are doing. My League of Shadow Legends. I cannot believe Michelangelo and the Shredder are now characters in Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Bye, Speedy! Wave. But yeah, clubs. We had a lot more fun playing Enclave than I think any of us expected to. And like,
Really?
I think there's a lot of stuff you can take out of Enclave and like make it work elsewhere, and that's super cool. I like stealing stuff, but
Yeah, you can hack it up, right? Hack up everything.
yes, wasn't it you who brought up the quote? Like your what is it? Your references are only as good as they are obscure. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like creativity is the measure of the obscurity of your references.
Yes, that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, hack up everything, but even when it comes to like a game, you can be less subtly inspired by things. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people want to sell a game, but everyone who is a GM eventually makes their dream game, whether they're going to sell it or not. Like, you just like whittle the system that you prefer at the moment into something, right? Like, I feel like that's very inevitable. That just happens, like, statistically speaking, on a long enough timeline, you eventually just do that.
Yeah. That's true.
Like, Scott, you play 5e still? You got homebrew classes? You use any, like, homebrew, like, do you have any homebrew rules that you really like in your game?
Yeah, we were talking about called shots earlier.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, so now you play another game. I recommend that you play a game the way that it is supposed to be played the first time, but eventually as you play it, you're going to start adding things, right? And so let's say you play another game and you play it and you're like, we want called shots right off the bat. You realize something's missing from your normal game, right? Like, so then you start to like sort of put your dream game together every time you play a game, you know? Like it. Yeah. Anyway.
I was saying before that, like, as part of my new job, my boss was like, hey, can you go on Reddit and just like talk to people? And I was like, okay, like, sure, that's the thing I can do. Why not? And I've been like, there's so many, like, on the DM Academy subreddit and what have you, people ask like such, I'm not gonna say like such I'm new to everything questions that it feels like they've never even played before. And like so many people are like, you need to understand that like not every table is exactly the same. And like you say all the time, like we're playing the same game, but we're not all playing the same game. Like every table is going to be at least a little bit different.
I have something weird to say.
Yes.
Every hobby has a percentage of people who do the hobby. And then there's another percentage of people who are aspirational about the hobby. And then there's another percentage of people who are adjacent to the hobby in a like to be part of the community way. but haven't had a chance to fully like submerge themselves in the hobby. So I think D&D in particular, because of the ways that it grew in popularity so soon, there's a large percentage of D&D community. So, I'm speaking very broadly, but there's a large percentage that does not play D&D. Would like to, maybe. Maybe they can't as much. It's not like they're holding off on it because they're trying to exploit this community or anything like that. But I think it doesn't there are people with weekly games, there's people with monthly games, and there's people who really haven't fucking made it work yet but love it and ingest all the media and memes and everything that they can. And there's a quote that I like, but I don't mean it, again, nefariously. But it's, the map is not the territory. Like, all that stuff isn't D&D, though. At the same time, like, watching Critical Role isn't playing D&D. And to me, there's a blending of those two things and how we talk about the game. And you get a lot of people who don't play D&D telling people who play D&D how to run D&D. And I don't begrudge anyone for doing whatever the fuck they want to do, whatever makes you happy. If you're going to go online and tell someone how to play their game, whatever, like, I'm not going to listen to you, but
Yeah.
I don't begrudge your fun. But I'm not trying to, like, say that these people are bad either. I'm just trying to say that, like, this is the way they engage with the hobby. And this is a lot of times the only way they can engage with the hobby. And you see a lot of it on, like, Reddit and, like, social media and stuff like that. Even, like, influencer accounts that make videos will make like 1 million videos a day, and they'll laugh and they'll be funny and you'll laugh at them and they'll do good. And then when they actually talk about the game, they're like, I don't get to play as much. It's been a few months. And you're like, what the fuck? Sometimes that, kind of throws me. But people play at different rates, like, it's not just different tables. It's like how people interact with the core nucleus of the hobby. Not everyone interacts with D&D by playing D&D. That's just my point.
That's a fantastic point. And, like, there are plenty of people who would love to play. Like, I bring up one of the people I went to college with who got really into, like, watching actual plays. And then when she went to play in her first game, she quit after the first session because there were no inside jokes between her and the other players. And, like, has zero desire to make those points. She just thought it happened because you were all playing.
Yeah, people, in my opinion, that stinks.
Yeah.
But again, I don't want to yuck anyone's yum. If that's what they want, then that's what they want.
I saw for the very first time in one of the groups I'm in, like, speaking of people, like, not just, they don't have the opportunity to play, like, they don't have friends around to play, or there's other people. In one of the Facebook groups I'm in where they share, like, their terrain builds, somebody posted the other day, hey, is there anyone within an hour and a half of the Houston area that has room at their table for one more player? And I was like, I've never seen anybody post like a physical looking for game and with a radius that big.
Yeah. He's willing to play.
I was like, damn. If that guy's willing to drive an hour and a half to play, I guarantee he's I'm a read my sheet kind of guy.
Yeah. He's going to get into it. He wants to role play. He wants to be immersed.
Damn.
I mean, everyone has a lot of expectations that they bring to the game. I get on my high horse and I preach about a lot of things, and one of them is that do you want to play D&D is a bad question. Like, because it means a million different things to everyone, right? Like, if I say, do you want to play D&D? Someone might look at me cockeyed because they're like, what edition? Like, what do you even play? Like, what type of game do you run or something? Like, but to someone else, they're like, oh, sure, I want to play D&D, the current edition, because why would you play anything else, you know? Because that's what they're into. So.
And exactly what you said, like watching and playing are not the same. Like when I had my interviews with Geek Tank Games, my boss was like, "Hey, so I've played one time," and I was like, "Okay." And as we start talking about stuff, I can see that like he's not getting what I'm putting down, and like just like basic gist of how a game runs and what like your table setup is and what have you. And he goes, "Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I sat in the room while a group played once, and I was like, that's not the same, man."
Yeah. You know, everyone has different ways of, I don't know what I'm saying. It's late.
It's late. That's always the golden answer.
I just mean, like, you know, like people digest the things they like in different ways. People like to finish watching a series and they respectfully put their hands on their lap and they say, that's good television. What should I watch next? I think I'll just go to sleep and I'll figure it out tomorrow. And then other people are like, I'm going to draw my favorite characters naked.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
100%,
So
yes.
there's a big scale. There's a big scale.
Yep, 100%.
And that's in D&D too.
I like that. It was late. I like that. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna put both of these subclasses in the repository, but I don't think any player in one of my campaigns specifically is gonna want to play the Grim Hunter, but there's nothing like wrong with it.
No.
I just don't think people that like I would play with actively would want to, but that doesn't mean you wouldn't want to play it. All of you out there that have access to the repository. So I'll put it in there.
Also true.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
I just caught up with chat. Is it me that was calling someone out? I hope not.
I feel like we gotta get okay. I really want at some point to have a game where Awaz and Fist, you're both in there, and we'll get Dex in a game because he's so excited to play all the time. Like, we just gotta get stuff running.
Yeah.
Get it running.
Games are good.
It's time.
It's time.
I'm yelling at you till you do it.
It's time. It's time. I'm gonna bother the TTRPG groups in my area so I can start running little boot camps, teach people how to play. But
What a library.
I didn't know our library used to do something like this, and I asked one of the people who used to work there because it wasn't his job, but like he would help out with that stuff, and I was like, do we have like is something still there? And he was like, no, because nobody gets paid for it. And I was like, I understand, but like I could do it. Like, if you're just looking for people who are afraid to volunteer, like, I don't care as much. Like, okay. If they're not paying, I mean, in my case, it's fine because technically I'll be getting paid by my actual job to do that. So, like, I'm fine, but, like, I would volunteer at the live. I want to run games for, like, DM Cars. Like, you just run games for kids. Like, you would love doing that. And I would. And, like, I could just do that. Like, I'm not looking for a full-time job to run games at like the library, but I feel like that is the gist of what they were really looking for, and no one like stepped up to the plate.
Could be a path.
I'm sorry. Okay,
Could be a
I
path.
don't-
Not full time, like every day, all day. That's something.
Yeah. Definitely think we could get more stuff going, for sure. After Comic-Con, we'll see how everything goes. They did announce, if you happen to be going to New York Comic-Con, they finally put in the times and the stuff for the side quest area, which is Hall 1E, which is where they keep all the TTRPG stuff. They are going to be running people through the new Assault on the Borderlands, or Keep on the Borderlands, the new books that are coming out. And they're going to run people through one of the missions from the Forgotten Realms book that is going to come out in November. But they haven't said who's running them this year. Last year it was Goodman Games, and Goodman Games, like as a group, I think is fine, but like did not prepare the DMs to run sessions at Comic-Con. So like they didn't have dice for players, and they didn't have minis for them. Some of them printed out maps, some of them had a couple minis, but like they weren't like ready prepared. So as part of Geek Tank Games, I'm trying to like get in contact with them to be like, hey, we will give you stuff if you need stuff. Just let us know. But also, if you're going to be at New York Comic Con and you're watching this video, the idea that I've got currently is you can come find us at Comic Con, come hunt us down. We'll use the social media channels to make ourselves a little bit more visible. And if you can find us, you can roll against the DC to see if you can climb the tower to grab a bag of minis from our giant ape. And I'll also give you DM Roundtable's discount code, because I'll be with part of DM Roundtable almost every day. Heh, heh, heh. The other one was a Sorcerous Origin Sanguine Arcanist. No, yeah. Sanguine Arcanist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the Sanguine Arcanist and the Grim Hunter, we had the Oath of War. We had a good slew of subclasses.
Yeah. Tonight went pretty well. We got some good stuff. I would love to, but I've honestly been considering doing that. One year I tried to do the vlogs after we got home, but like we're so wiped out after being out the whole day that like I just took a couple pictures of things and I was like, I got some stuff, and I fell asleep. But that might be something to do in the future. Grimjack already has these plans that like we're all gonna run a booth in 2 years, and I was like, I think you're a little ahead of the game on that one, but hey, if it happens, that'd be cool. Not gonna yuck your yum. That would be fun. But yeah, no stream next week. Unfortunately, I can't tell you yet if we can have a stream in 2 weeks, but I will let everybody know one way or another. How can they find you guys the rest of this week if they want to talk about D&D or TTRPGs in general?
You can't talk to me about it.
Much like DM Clubs is a person who will exist in the ether and summon himself when he's ready.
I'm just kidding. I'm around. You'll see my name pop up in my Discord.
Hey, Tabletop from Tabletop if you need to talk to Clubs. I'll be in there as well. I'll also be writing more subclasses. Finished the fighter today. Clubs, when you get a chance, definitely take a peek at it. Give me your opinion on if I went too far. But if it looks pretty good, I'm gonna probably try and touch it up a little bit and have it available. But I will be doing this I realize, Clubs, that there's going to be 3 other ones that I kind of want to do, but there's only going to be 2 paths for each, and I just want to do the old school dwarf, halfling, elf.
I mean, that's
Oh.
cool. Is that going to be so? I think you said this before that you want to go vanilla.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be so like I want to finish vanilla first. So I'm just gonna finish right now thief, magic user, and what I call holy initiate, which is the magic user I guess you could call it the other side of the magic user for me,
Hmm.
because I feel like I want clerics uh I want clerics and druids and whatever I decide the other class is going to be, path is going to be something you acquire at your second level. But like, quite literally, the idea is that you're part of the church, you just don't know where. Like,
Hmm.
you're in the church, you're a member, you're an extended member, you're not just like a regular person in the church, but like you haven't really determined how you plan to serve the church or whatever this case, the church or your order or whatever you want to define as your clerical push. But you're just a holy initiate because I still want to keep the fact that clerics are holy
Hmm.
and not play around with the alignment too much. I'm just gonna make the cleric equivalent class the only one that can do reverse spell casting.
So,
So like revenge.
are they like armor wearing?
Uh, so clerics that the clerics that are more of the undead akin, that pathing is going to be something separate, and those will be your armor wearing clerics,
Okay, gotcha.
like
Those are like
old school.
Templari.
Yeah, the old school, because
Gotcha.
clerics are classically really and truly the pre-paladin.
You know, while we're talking about clerics and homebrew classes versions of them,
Yes.
uh, I have an update on your exorcist.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm undoing that whole Banes thing. I
Okay.
I have been prepping some stuff for the game, and Banes is too complicated for
Sure.
something that like as I was working something out. So, guess what? The holy symbol does it all
All right. That works for
already.
me.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about that.
I just gotta get my way over to a church.
Will you start with a wooden one?
Yeah, but I need to get to
Oh,
a church so I can level up
oh,
to level
yeah,
2.
that particular church in High Hankle.
Yeah, I gotta get down to High Hankle, which is a bit of a ways away.
What is it? The Silent Tower?
Yeah, I had to
Yeah.
go to the Silent Tower in High Hankle, and I think that's like a 6. I think you told me it's like a bit of a journey. I could do it, I think you said during downtime if I wanted to go train there, but
You guys can take however long you want and split up, and you guys can travel while you split up. If you want to go on an adventure, then you have to literally hit me up so we can play a game. But
Oh.
if you
Cool.
if you just want to, like go to a different town, then sure, why not?
I think for downtime, that's what Wenlow's gonna do. When we get to the point where everyone's ready to level up, because I know 2 people are close to needing to level up, maybe
Hmm.
we can push ourselves in an adventure towards High Hankle, and then, everybody can split off from nearby.
Hmm.
I can go to High Hankle and find the Silent Tower.
So, so when you guys had to decide between fungus stuff in Blackswell and something else, and like a few other things,
Hmm.
the something else that Enrique got from Moiselmeyer was in High Hankle.
I'm gonna need Henri assistance getting to High Hankle. I think I can push the party to High Hankle.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to push the party. I don't like
The
to do it
thieves
though.
might want to go there.
I'm gonna make sure the thieves want to go there. If I get Rhett to want to go, the rest of the party's gonna go.
Rhett wants to go to Castle Brackenmold. I'll tell you that.
No, 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 Rhett's gonna go.
And Adlame needs to go to the Hall of Sleep.
Well, Wenlo might have to lie.
And Violet's just got her fucking hands in her pockets. She doesn't know any hunters.
Wenlo might have to lie.
Does she know
Little
any
white lie.
grim hunters?
She's
No.
a like rangery elf hunter type.
Ah.
She has a pug companion.
Puggle.
Puggle. She's a little pug dog. A silver puggle.
They have the ugliest face.
That's her hunter companion, and it's kind of dumb. Its tongue hangs out of its mouth.
From the side.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the crew. She had a pig, but it died.
The one that killed everybody?
It was a good pig, if that's what you mean. It was like John Wick pig. And it died because it had 2 health, and she's so quiet, this hunter, that she basically let everyone continue adventuring while her pig tanked like all this shit and ended up with 2 health. And finally everyone's like, okay, we get a little more health, we're gonna go into this place. And the guy who always starts shit fucking started shit and triggered a trap, and poison gas hurt everyone.
Oh, I already
Basic
explained
damage.
to them how the person who starts shit got us robbed.
Yo, that's good shit. You guys got robbed. I was worried for a while, for many sessions, because there was no climax happening in Blackswell. And like, if that's what it is, that's what it is. I've committed to the sandbox. So if there's no climax, there's no climax. Yo, random tables gave us a climax.
Ooh.
Basically, they went in on this adventure for many sessions, like at least 5 or 6, right? That you're many sessions, because 3 of them, or like 2 of them, passed by without Aaron even there. But anyway, yeah, like probably like 5 or 6 sessions.
No, more. 4
Probably
sessions
more.
went by without me.
Damn.
Yeah. Probably more in this one, basically, in this one adventure. And over just like a course of like 2-3 days in game. And it was sort of boiling to like, okay, we're just going to cut and run. And they couldn't, they traveled to this place. They had traveled back, slept, and like healed a little bit and like whatever, got out of there, and then went back the next day. And when they went back the next day, they used up most of their like travel ability. And they only had a little bit left to return. But then with all their treasure weighing them down, they couldn't even leave at all. Like they were basically, they couldn't travel back. They couldn't even get halfway back. So they had to wait for the next day. So they camped, and they were not prepared to camp. They ate their little rations that they had, and they set up a campfire for an hour. It burned, and then they had no light. And in the middle of the night, or not in the middle of the night, during first watch, 2 giant snails attacked them. Immediately sicking, like ignoring everyone and going straight for their mules and horses, and they just killed the mules, started eating them instead of fighting back. Eventually, they got pissed off enough to fight back. The gang won somehow and like defended their treasure. They like lost 1 piece of treasure, or they broke 1 piece of treasure.
Oh.
But very important piece of treasure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, naturally.
And you know, it's a piece of treasure because it's what it is, but it's also a piece of treasure because it's like made of what it's made of, right? The materials are valuable. So at least that would have still been valuable in that way. Because it's like a silver statue with like jewels on it. But They bury their shit. They take a few hours to go find firewood. They set up a camp. They restart sleeping. So they like start over with the watches and everything. They go to sleep in the next morning, whatever. Everything's good. They have their treasure. They just got to make it back to town with their treasure. And the next day they split up. They split up, 3 stay, 3 go. They want to get a cart so that they can put all their treasure because their mules are dead now, right?
They only got 1 horse.
Yeah, they only got 1 horse and it's the night, so she's gonna ride it. She doesn't even have like stuff to string up bags. Anyway, the people who stay at camp have an encounter, and the people who go and leave camp don't have an encounter. And the encounter is with 8 adventurers. And the 8 adventurers aren't going to stop because the 3 of them stayed and hid their camp. They got rid of the campfire, they got rid of the treasure, they hid everything and hid themselves. And when the encounter came, the 8 adventurers were surprised and they were not. So they chose to stay hidden and let these adventurers walk by until I said the adventurers are just going to leave. They're just going to walk by. And so the one who always starts it goes, I step out and say, yo. And these 8 adventurers, I roll their chaotic. I roll a reaction for them. So a reaction roll is a 2d6. On a 2, it's automatic aggression. Automatic combat. But that's just a 2. Like, that's very rare.
Yeah.
On a 3 to 5, they're aggressive and threatening, but that's not necessarily combat, right? Like, it might lead to combat. Well, I rolled a 3, and I asked what this kid's charisma is, and it's a -1, so I get a 2. So these chaotic 8 adventurers just throw sleep spells. They throw everything. They fucking sleep these guys, steal half their money, and bolt. And
mind you, all he had to do was shut the fuck up.
all he had to do was let them go.
Yeah. But hey, you know what? He now regrets it.
I mean,
Yeah.
none of you died, so that's good. Because, like, sleep
Yeah,
is,
they just
you're
think
pretty
he
much
would-
dead.
I think he
Yeah.
slowly kind of wishes he, because I think the thing about it that's hilarious is that one of our players was absent. He had to step away early. So we explained it to him quickly in message, but I know come this week when we explain it to him in game exactly how it happened, he's just gonna be like, "Bro, what? Dude, what?"
He's gonna go, oh yeah, of course. Oh, okay, yep.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep.
As one
Yes.
would expect in this exact situation with this person. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
He literally just jumped out and said, yo.
and the worst
Half of
part
them were
about it-
magical. Like, half of them could cast spells out of the 8.
But
Just
like
sleep,
the worst part
sleep.
about it is, if we had sent him the other way, he would have started combat there. I'm almost convinced he would have started combat trying to steal a cart.
Yeah, well, yeah. So the rest of the party went to go get a cart because they had all this treasure, and they knew there were carts where they were going because they had crossed paths with clerics that were going to burn down the town that they had been adventuring in, and they had oil barrels in these carts. When they find the clerics, they're all fucked up and bloodied, and they're losing bad to this town they're trying to burn because the fungus just grows back.
Oh,
And it's like fucking them up too. And there's like infested people in the town and shit. And they're all like low level. So they have like they're wounded in the carts. And the 3 come to the carts like, hey, can we have a cart? And they're just like, no, you can't have a cart. Like, we have our wounded men in the
But I
You can't have
need
it for treasure.
it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. But It's not like they were mean. They shared information and shit, right? Like, I think.
A little bit.
I think they were a little dismissive. They were like, "Look, we're not going to entertain giving you the carts." But
Which I understood at the end of the day.
We have our own shit to deal with. Thank you.
yeah, exactly.
But the thing about this character is, I know to expect the worst case scenario when it comes to this character, and the player is concerned, but the character just seems to keep on keeping on.
You
Which is
know?
always hilarious.
Well, you're in. Keep him in town, and he's safe. What are you guys gonna do
No,
next
he's
time?
not.
Are you going to Barrows?
No, he's not in safe. He's not safe in town.
Why?
He
You
got
guys are
kicked
in
out of town.
Orb Swallow.
He can get us kicked out.
What?
He's gotten us kicked out of one. He got us banned. from
Oh,
a whole
dude, yeah.
town
I mean,
before.
this player, which like it's really not a problem. We enjoy playing with him. I think.
Mhm.
I think.
I think.
But let's just call him the problem player, just
Yeah,
to
yeah,
like
yeah.
hang a lampshade on it.
Mm-mm.
So this
We can call
problem
him the
player,
We'll call him the situation to be nicer.
the situation, he got them kicked out of the starting town.
What?
He
Yep.
got them kicked out of the starting town because of like you ever see like you ever hear people say like the moons were in alignment, the planets were in alignment or whatever, like everything happened exactly the way it needed to happen for this. Dude, it was like exactly that. It's like the party came back to town and said there was a conspiracy about twisted chaotic goat men gonna like that are
Yep.
have corrupted the police of this town, the town guard, right? And then the problem player is a goat man, and he is chaotic, and he and he has been telling everyone that there's this issue about this, and then they get into a cheating scandal in the inn, and the cops are called on them, or the town guard is called on them, and he gets away, but is completely lying about everything that happened. And
Yep.
it's just like every single turn things go wrong, and eventually the captain is like, yo, you are part of like you're sowing chaos like in our town, like
You're the problem.
you're the problem.
Hi,
Yeah,
I'm
so
the problem. It's me.
Yeah, so they get kicked out. The whole party gets kicked out.
Yeah. And I had to do quite a lot to get them back in with a different character.
Yeah, quite a lot.
Quite a lot.
Damn.
But it's okay. That character died. Saving him, actually. He's also the reason that the
Oh, damn.
technically, if I hadn't gone to save his character, Erding would have lived.
Look, he's the one who jumped behind 8 ghouls and just because he wanted to backstab one. So he sneaks behind 8 ghouls in a tight hallway, and they're like fungus ghouls in a fungal hallway, and he backstabs the one, gets the backstab. The rest merge into the walls and ceiling and start like moving across the walls and ceiling towards the rest of the party. He just starts this whole fucking thing. He goes down the first round. He gets a backstab and immediately goes down. Has to be rushed to be saved like in every fight. It's just he's a thief. He has like D4 health.
He's a thief with a battle axe. He's a thief with a battle axe he tries to backstab with.
He's a thief with a battle axe and leather
and
armor.
A high strength score.
Yeah.
Got an insanely high strength score. Higher than mine.
Every time you hit 0 HP, you roll a d6 and lose a -1 from that score that you roll randomly.
Oh.
When your ability. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
every
it's
time
like
you hit 0
Pathfinder,
HP.
where if you hit 0, you die, right? in one of your stats?
It's not exactly going to be death. I think like constitution or strength is death, but like intelligence is like you go insane, right? Or
It's
wisdom or
character
something.
death. It's like a
Mhm.
character death, but
Yeah,
your
yeah,
character
yeah. It's not
actually-
necessarily mortality death.
But go ahead. You were saying about the minuses.
Yeah, so he actually had a +2, I think, in his strength, and then the last time he went down to 0 HP, he lost a point in strength, and that made his modifier go down to a +1.
Damn.
Yeah, he went
So
from
he's like,
17 to 16. I think.
yeah, like really feeling the effects of it.
But prior to that, he died a few other times, and each other time he died, he lost a point in intelligence. So now
Yeah,
he's down to the point where he can't read. Or no, he can't write. He can only read now, right?
something like that. Like he only knows like small words or something.
Yeah, he's gone dumb.
Yeah,
Which really should affect his ability to communicate, I think, at a certain point.
dude,
And
he gibberishes all the time.
I know it's great, but I feel like that should have prevented us from getting. Well, actually, no, it probably made them want to rob us more because they were
Well,
like, "Wow, this guy's an idiot."
he was like just the face character of the group for like a while, and suddenly, all of a sudden, now everyone's like, I think whatever plan we have with this person that we just met, the plan should be that Rhett doesn't do the talking.
Wait, you know what the crazy thing is? My characters, it's not even. It's completely out of a role play scenario, but like all of my characters are like, "Hey," like, well, actually, my last character was pretty much like literally the opposite end of the spectrum, and it came to like because this character was chaotic, my character was lawful. So my character was absolutely like, no, guys, let's do the right thing. And he'd be like, no, let's do the worst thing possible. I'd be like, I don't think that's a good idea. So let's not. It was literally like trying to guide the party to the right side of
You were
things.
the
And
angel
everybody,
and devils on their shoulders.
Yeah,
yeah, the problem is everybody's also the devil. They just lie and say they're neutral. The whole
exactly,
party's chaotic.
exactly. Because it's like, yeah, yep. Because the neutral hunter, has a crazy streak. She could be chaotic. She's just
That's right.
nice.
Yeah, she's extremely sweethearted. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yes. The other thief is neutral, but he's a thief.
Yeah.
So he leans on the chaotic side. The knight is a neutral knight for a liege that, or for a noble house
Yeah.
that does not give a fuck about the land that they like lord over.
Oh.
So the towns in their, like, I don't know, land are just like wasting away and they don't give a fuck. They just like lounge at home. And she's a knight for them.
But
And
she's only a knight. Why?
she what'd she say? She was like, it's a job or
Yeah,
something.
she's like, I'm only
Oh
a
my
knight
God.
because it's a job and I wanted a horse.
Yeah, it's a job and I wanted a horse. Yo, she is not a noble, but
No.
she is a squire that is gonna become a knight when she hits level 3.
Which she's got the experience for now.
She does. She has to go to. That's why she has to go to the Hall of Sleep. And guess what? That's why it's called the Hall of Sleep, because they like naps.
And then literally we have DM Speedy's character who's a mage who literally he's got a mysterious alignment. I guess I don't know what his alignment is.
Mhm,
He put redacted as his alignment,
mhm.
but he
Chaos.
leans toward a whole lot of
That's
chaos.
what you'd think. But he keeps the chaotic one in check.
Hmm.
He basically, I mean, now he's the one who says, let's not let him talk to people.
Mhm. And my new character is lying to everybody.
Mhm.
I can say this here because I know they won't know, but is lying to everyone. Is not who he says he is. but is also secretly a lawful character, so quite literally doesn't want to do anything this other that the situation wants to do ever because he looks at it and he goes, that is absolutely asinine. Why are we going to jail for this? He's literally angry. He, Clubs called him jokingly Batman, but in a
Mm.
weird way,
Yeah.
I am Batmaning this of just being like, I'll kill you.
He is. You can use all the gadgets.
I can.
Oh.
But I quite literally will kill him if he gets away. I'm not letting this character continue his shenanigans, and I will threaten his life in game. In game, because I feel like that's exactly what my character already has done it. He's done it to DM Speedy's character too. He's just like, if I don't like the things you're doing, I will kill you.
I think
It's on character.
Ryan's character, Enrique, is
Yeah.
like he's not. He might have wrote redacted in his alignment, section,
Mhm.
but I think it's neutral because he's just like a half-hearted mage. He's like he basically is like, I think this, and he'll like sort of stick to it, but if enough people are voting the other way, he's like, whatever. He just like rolls. You know what I mean? Like his
Mm.
I think knowing Speedy, I think secretly he's waiting to run into that like vampire-esque thing in the wood and see
and
what magic
just
he can learn
like
from it.
pretend to trip. Oh
Yeah.
no!
Yeah, and like accidentally fall onto a
Everyone
vampire.
Vampire
go!
stepbrother, no.
Yeah, pretty much, he's absolutely gonna get trapped in the vampiric washing machine.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
Um, he will
Yo,
absolutely.
put a cowboy hat on that vampire. He'll be there.
dude.
Oh, put a cowboy hat and a gun. We found a gun. The Ripper
Yeah,
Jack. It
not
fires
really a gun.
top.
It's like a Unreal Tournament weapon. But
It's more a launcher than it is a gun, but it's a launcher.
Does it shoot discs?
yeah, it shoots
Ah,
gears.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
it's got
Okay, you have
gear.
my attention.
Yeah,
Actually,
it shoots
you have
gears,
DM Makar's attention as well. That's up her alley.
and when it hits something, you like roll a chance of it ricocheting and hitting a random thing within like a range from that thing. So or I'm sorry, you get to make another attack roll. There's a chance you get to make 2 attacks, basically.
But it uses up gears, which you can recover.
We just found out that there's a rule in the game where there's a rule in the game where after an engagement, you can recover half the projectiles you've
Oh,
fired. The rest are like broken. So we were like sort of making things up on the fly during this snail fight where our very good-natured, lovely hunter was like, I have 2 arrows left, and it blew my mind. She tracks her arrows.
Yeah, she does.
I
It's
only
You didn't think she
incredible.
does, did you?
It's incredible.
the only
I
person I make
I want
track
to send her a
arrows.
box of Girl Scout cookies. What? Sorry, go on.
Aww. The only person I make track arrows, and I'll tell people if I run another campaign too. Like I don't care. I'm not gonna make you track your ammunition unless you have some ability, like the hunter ranger gets later on, where it's like if I hit this one guy, I can hit everyone else in like a 30-foot radius with an arrow as long as I have them. He's the only one that I make track arrows. I'm like, because I don't want you to every turn hit 60 people. I'm gonna be pissed off if you're rolling that many
No,
dice.
I personally, I feel like I want you to track arrows regardless because I want you to feel the idea that, like, hey, I should think about my shot. Like, if you've purchased a ton of arrows, that was you just being prepared. But, like, if you didn't purchase 60 arrows and you take 61 shots, yeah, I'm wondering what you're shooting on that 61st shot.
Oh, and if
Yeah.
they're specialty arrows, like he's got flint-headed arrows and glass bulb
Oh
arrows,
yeah,
those I make him track
we're
for sure.
we're keeping track of
Oh
that.
yeah.
Magical arrows, you got to keep track of that.
Yeah.
I do think Violet deserves Girl Scout cookies for being honest.
Yeah,
She's
that was
quiet.
crazy.
She's extremely quiet. I wish she would give us
Extremely.
more of her ideas because I
I
think we would be in less of a shitstorm.
Yeah, I think she really Look, first of all, her first session in, because I think she wasn't there the first session. Am I wrong?
No, she came second session.
She came the second session. Her second session, first session in, she died. She
Yeah.
really went rogue. We were in the middle of a fight, and she's like, I jumped down a hole into a dungeon by myself.
Yeah, she
And
went.
she's just like,
She
I
did
just
not
explore.
understand.
I
did
didn't
not.
really help her. I just let her do it.
If no one's gonna stop you, yeah.
Yeah, it's not my style to stop.
Hmm.
But I think she's really taken to it.
She's played it safe ever since.
You guys know about here? I'm gonna hit you with a mechanic. We'll get on the topic of mechanics
Okay.
before this inevitably is the end, right?
Yep.
But you ever hear of the usage die?
No. What is that? I'm
Okay.
learning so much today. Okay.
I think
The arrow thing that you said before though, like you could only recover half of what you shot, is like in the rule book for 5e, but I don't know anybody who actually goes by it.
Really? Well, that's in the book for the game we play too. So, I was like pulling all sorts of shenanigans trying to like figure it out while we were like mid combat, but then the book just says that. But so the usage die is a really interesting concept that you can use for a lot of things. A lot of things. It's a great mechanic. Please consider using it for something in your games. But it's very popularly used for ammunition. And so that's what I'm going to use as the example here. So as you know, when you buy ammo, it comes in groups of 20 usually, right? So instead of buying 20 and counting, there are games that use a usage die. And in this case, you would, instead of buying 20 arrows, you would buy D20 arrows. And after every engagement, you roll a D20. And if it's a 1 or a 2, then you lower the dice type. So the D20 becomes a D12, becomes a D10, becomes a D8 every time you get a 1 or a 2. So after each engagement, you're like, okay, I go to pick up arrows, and I've used a couple arrows, but I go to pick up some, so I roll a D20, and I get a 3, so I still have D20. I roll a 5. I still have D20. I roll a 2. Now I have D12. And then, after another fight, I've shot 5 times. I'll roll a D12. I get a 3. So I still have D12. I can get into another fight.
Because
and
eventually get down to like a D4 and then like a D2.
Eventually you get to a D4. And when you hit a D4, when you hit a 1 or a 2 on a D4, you're out of arrows.
Because the next thing is a D2, and you need a 1 or 2. That's smart, yeah.
Yeah, it's great for people who don't want to track arrows, but you have to have players that are willing to get abstract with it, because sometimes someone will be like, wait, it goes straight from a D20 to a D12. Like, isn't that low? And it's like, well, it shouldn't really happen you have a 10% chance of it happening on a D20. So it shouldn't occur the first time, you should have the D20 for a while.
Unless you're us in this campaign. Unless you're us in Domewood, where we struggled.
And then other people might be like, but I took 1 shot. What happens if I only take 1 shot? Do I have to roll? And then it's like, you need to use your judgment a little. It's like when you have a D20 and you only take 1 shot, whatever, you still have a D20. When you have a D4 and you only take 1 shot, roll that D4.
If you survive like 10 rounds of combat and you have a D20, you got to roll that, because if you shot every round.
Or really, you could do whatever. Make it like 1 shot doesn't count, but 2 means you have to roll the die. Just as long as you're consistent with it, it'll work. But do whatever you want. But usage die is really cool. It's really great for like magic items, right? Don't worry about charges. Just roll, just d20 every time. Okay, 1 and 2. Now it goes down to a d12. It's a really good way of doing like a magic battery, because the players can see. It's like you have d20 and you have d20 amount of whatever that the battery can produce, but as it lowers, it's like now you have d12 only. Now the like lowering die type mechanic as you hit a range, usually 1 to 2, is very useful for things, especially ammunition.
Before you explained it, I was assuming it was going to be like a spin down thing. Like you've got your d20 and just every time you fire, you spin it down to the next one, like a magic die. But no, I like yours better because it's cool.
Yeah, and then like all you really, you look down at your character sheet in your inventory and it says arrows d20, right? So you know that like you can keep, and then when you finally roll the 1 or a 2, and it's like now you have the d12, you just, okay, and here's my eraser. Now it says arrows d12. And it's just so much easier than, filling bubbles or counting or erasing every time. But it just requires some mental, your players need to be on board with you doing it.
I might adopt that. That's a great idea.
Remember,
it's really handy.
It's a collaborative storytelling game, so talk to your players before you do random stuff, and vice versa. Talk to your DM before you do stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
Oh, sweet, Greg. I should be heading to bed myself.
Yeah,
I just looked at the time.
That was good. No, I was trying to explain to, like, one of the things that Enclave, like, part of the mission structure for missions is that you have, like, before the mission starts, every mission, he has like you have a debrief where out of character, the oh my god, what is he? The conduit is the GM in Enclave, tells you like the basic gist of the mission, but everything that he's explaining to you is stuff that your characters already know. And then, or she or they, whoever the conduit happens to be. It's just we had Robbie. And then at the end of every mission, there's like, in the way that the game is set up, you have like a debrief period where you and the conduit, like the players and the conduits, have a back and forth of what they liked, what they didn't like, and if there was any like concerns or something during the game, or if you have any questions about calls or stuff like that. And I feel like that's something that we've all sort of been championing in our own way. Like, you need to have decompression after you do the thing, because
Sorry, go on.
No, what are you gonna say?
Oh, I just introduced it into my game, but yeah, but you were gonna say
because like, even if some of your I'm not saying you need it, because not every session is going to be like incredibly harrowing and make your players feel things. I just mean, it's a storytelling game, but it's a collaboration, and if you don't talk about what happened, like, you won't get better at it. And the better your group meshes together, the more exciting your game is, the more fun you're having. It's like you need that little decompression time at the end so you can make the next session even better.
Mm-hmm. And it's like pre-allotted group housekeeping time, which in a way is a bonding experience outside of like the make-believe part of role-playing, where you're like real people now. Like, here we are real people again, and we're really still friends. We're really still here figuring things out, doing math together, and like, you know what I mean? It's good. It's, instead of like, okay, I'm going to stop being this, frog person. So now that I'm not the frog person, peace out, fuckers. Right? But so you get some like real time too. And we have a sort of complicated XP system in our game, so it's good to take the time and make sure everyone can figure out how much XP they get.
That is because you guys it's gold. Gold is both like to buy things and to level up in your version, right?
Yeah, it's like for every like mundane treasure, like coins and art objects and gems and shit like that, jewelry, they
You're looking at
their
their
gold value
cost. Oh, I didn't think of that
is
part.
equal to their XP. So let's say you find 1,000 gold worth of whatever, bring it back to town, you get 1,000 XP for it. And then, but you also get XP from monsters, but it's way less. So they defeated, quote unquote, 2 giant snails, and those level 6 giant snails each were 720 experience. So altogether, they got 1,400 experience. But honestly, you get way more from treasure. If you can carry it, you can get like 10 grand. You know what I mean? From treasure, even at their level, at level 2. So.
Yeah, because treasure it's dangerous, but like I think we're sitting on another like couple, like another 30, 40 grand in the crypts right now. So
are you going to go back to the crypts?
I mean, I think if...
Where you going? Where you going? What
like
you doing?
the crypts are the opposite direction of High Hankle, if I recall, right?
Yeah, but not all of you guys are able to level up yet. Half of the group can. So do you want to start a downtime to level up?
No, I think we should go to the crypts. I think the deal was we were going to go to the crypts, get the gold, come back, get them to the leveling point, and then break off temporarily to meet back.
Last thing, Wenlo doesn't have an adventure rating yet. So maybe going to the crypts gets him his adventure rating.
It's true, I do need an adventure rating.
Because or else it's going to take you like 4 to 8 weeks.
That's true, I do need a good adventure rating. So if I get in there, I can already turn the undead, technically. They don't know that. Well, they shouldn't know that. If somebody stops explaining to everybody what he does.
Yeah.
I find that probably the funniest. That, like you said before, the least trustworthy character doesn't trust me, the newest character.
Dude, when your issue is lying, then you become extremely paranoid of people lying to you.
True.
Because when your issue is really anything, you now have the perspective of people do that thing. Right? So if you are a liar or a cheater, you usually suspect people of lying and cheating.
Do Bregel have any natural weakness?
What?
Like something? Do Bregel have something they fear?
Bregels have the weirdest thing they fear. Because
what is a Bregel?
A Bregel is these goat people that he is. Bregels is a weird goat person in this setting that we play as. Yeah. They're mortal. They're not like fairy or anything. They're humanoid, goat-headed people, and their horns grow with their level.
So the bigger the horns, the higher the level, the more respected they are.
And when they hit level 4, they become a quote-unquote longhorn, and longhorns are the nobility. So when you amass power and influence and experience, you grow your horns, and your horns are a status symbol that when they become long enough, you're recognized as Bregel nobility. And not only that, as a longhorn, you now instill some sort of weird fear in other Bregels, I think, where you get a gaze that you can like lock eyes with something and make them like with someone and make them basically like back down.
Which the more you explain that explains why Rhett has a desire to level up so quickly. He wants it for the most nefarious reasons.
Oh yeah, I've been saying this that like we don't really have a villain of our campaign.
Yeah, we do.
Who?
Rhett.
Okay. One of the party members is the villain. Well, besides Rhett,
No. I'm just kidding.
we don't really have a villain. I think the closest thing we have to a villain is way in the background. Actually, no. After last session, we have villains. We have this
Yeah.
rival party that
Oh,
stole all
true.
your
Those
shit.
8 folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the background, since the first session has been this evil entity in the forest called the Nag Lord, and that's who the like corrupted Beregals work for. And it's not like you guys have seen the Nag Lord, or it's just like, you know, but he wants to work for the Nag Lord. That's his aim.
Interesting.
And I've been saying this matter-of-factly and literally, and no one is taking me literally. No one is taking me literally, but I have talks with him, and he wants to join the Nag Lord.
Oh, I've noticed.
So in the beginning, every time you met the corrupted Bregals, which were called Crookhorns, he would be like, "Can I talk to them on the side?"
Mhm. That's why Erdank started to be like, no, I'll go with him at first. Because I
The
realized
rest of the party did not care. They just put thumb up butt and just like waited for him to stop talking to them.
Your party's way more
Yeah,
passive than the Echo Seekers. Every time Jack DT's character is like, "Yo, I'm gonna go deal with that black dragon. Yo, I know it's a black dragon. I'm gonna go do his bidding." They're like, "Why? What is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
well, because you know what it is? We're not quite a party as we are 6 individuals who work together because sometimes we will get gold. Like, I think the snail fight was probably the first party related thing we've done because at least we were all on the same page for once. 9 times out of 10, one of us wants to join the evil guys. The rest just want to find money, and some want to find money. Some don't really worry where we're gonna end up, and then some of us are just like, asking questions or finding something that we're trying to squirrel away from the rest of the party to be like, yeah, they should know about this.
Or it's like split up and one half like starting an encounter without the other half being like even aware of it or to
Or
respond
trying
very
to
quickly.
reach out to us at any point in time.
Yeah.
Just got
My
too much.
lowest point of GMing in a while in this game too,
Mm-hmm.
when I failed the split by time issue, where the party, so the 4/6 of the party went through a portal, and the other half didn't want to go through the portal because I kept making jokes that the other half died, and I pulled them into a separate Discord channel and like whatever, but they didn't die, and they wouldn't go through the portal, these other two, and so the other 4 were like, we go back through the portal just to like meet up with them, but when you go back through the portal, you arrive 1d6 days later.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So now,
And the other party doesn't know this.
So in order to do my cute little whisper thing, it really wasn't a good idea to do my cute little whisper thing. I should have just told them what the deal was. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't handle it very well. The
I don't think
two, I was
so.
like, you got to make new characters, guys, because if you guys want to explore the dungeon while they can't play the game, like, why don't you make
Oh.
characters that want to join back up?
I got you.
And
But
like, I don't think you did the wrong thing.
I could have
think-
been nicer about it. I was just like so frustrated with myself.
Well, I think that's what it came
Nobody's
down to. You were
perfect.
like, yeah, I think it came down to more. You were like, shit, like I really should have just made them go one way or the other, because I think it was like when we said they have to make new characters, and it was mostly, I think, a bit of Rhett in that, I think you felt bad because Violet would have had to made a third character.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, like,
You kind of look
I
at it
feel
like,
bad because it's all it's like I'm the director and I choose what they see and what they don't see, right? Because I point the camera and
hmm.
I describe what they see. They don't see anything unless I describe it or tell them that they see it. And I didn't communicate the game well enough for them to play the game. They played something else. They played, not what we were playing, because I didn't. So I'm not trying to even be hard on myself, but I'm just saying,
Well, now you know you won't make that mistake again.
exactly. And at first I was like, never again. I'm never going to fucking do whispers and I'm never going to do splitting the party, but you need to do all that shit. Like,
Mhm,
you really
mhm.
need to. So,
that's why I was glad when we split the party last game. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
like
And then until
I,
they got to that, then
uh,
I was like,
Robbie was saying, like, it's great when one of the things that's important is like if your team splits up or what have you in Enclave, like he'll take someone to another room to explain something to them so that other people can't hear it, or like he'll make another channel, a voice channel. And I honestly think that in any TTRPG, really, like if there's something that the party doesn't need to know but a character within the party needs to know, like if they're receiving a telepathic communication and it's just going to them and you're pretty sure they wouldn't tell the party anyway, I think like the little, we have a separate chat for whispers, or like for me I usually send a text message to someone at the table to be like, this is just for you, your knowledge, you can share with the party whatever you want. Like Jack DT's character right now, because he keeps working with the Black Dragon has basically like a tracker on him, and if he stays in the dark for too long, the dragon's sort of like messenger voice will come and talk to him. And the rest of the party is like, why do you keep like staring at the walls, man? Is something wrong with you? And he's like, no, nothing here is happening that's weird. And I'm like, you gotta have a delivery method to get something to one member of the party at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I like to have it. I just didn't communicate. I didn't use that tool correctly. I
Hmm.
like the tool. It's not the tool's fault. It's the craftsman.
Completely understand.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I think, as we said before, I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
I
Thank you
I
all
need
for
to head to
hanging out
bed.
with us. There will be chapters on the YouTube version of this VOD when it goes up. I'm going to put in time chapters so you can hear about our talk from the tables. Sorry, tales from the tables. And other stuff. But yeah, and of course the subclasses. All three of them made it into the repository today. And if you were watching the screen while we were having that chat, I did also add Mygara Dawn Titan to the repository because I didn't realize I never put it in. But it is completely made on D&D Beyond, and works fine because there's like 7 of those warlocks running around in my world right now, including DM Bacon.
Oh.
So it works. Everything's good with that one. That one gets put in the repository too. But yeah, I have your votes queued up. If you would still like to put in a vote and you're watching this video later, not when it was live, the votes stay up for 24 hours. Remember, there's no DM Roundtable next week. There might be a DM Roundtable in 2 weeks. I will let everyone know when I figure it out. But in any case, everyone out there, go roll dice and be nice. And enjoy your games. Take care of each other. Have fun. Play games. Play lots of games. So many games. So many games that you forget about how crappy everything else is. Woo!
That's some good advice.
True.
So bye everybody on YouTube. I'm gonna enter your command first because it takes Nightbot forever to pop up. And bye everybody on Twitch. I'm sure I'm gonna see all of you that are talking to us on Twitch in like a minute in the Discord. I gotta go do some dailies. So Fist, if you haven't done your dailies yet, come join me. But yeah. Bye everybody on Twitch.
Bye.
Bye everybody on YouTube. I know it's gonna tell me. I know if I end the stream, I'm no longer live. I'm aware.